Yay. Ah, 1 second. Yay. Okay. Christina, first of all, I want to say thank you. And Amy, thank you guys for sharing your story. And I'm so happy that we had a positive outcome for this story. Isn't it cool how spirit works? That he said he was going to make that happen, and he did. It's interesting. Okay, ready to do this? Both of you at the same time. We're going to do a quick little message for you, and then I'm going to everybody else. You ready? Amy,
Yeah.
that was for you. Just so you know, see, I've been connected to your energy so much that I don't even have to do a connection exercise here. All I have to do is just like start talking and it's like rolling in. That card, whatever you asked, was about baby, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because as soon as I connect here, he goes, "That was for you." He said,
I asked if I was going to get pregnant within the next 3 months.
"That would be birth card." You couldn't have gotten a better answer if that's the question you asked.
Yeah.
Christina, he gave you KFC chicken. What is up with that? Do you know what KFC is? You know, chicken. Maybe it's just fried chicken I'm seeing, but I'm seeing. Do you have KFC in the United States?
Yeah. Actually, I just did chicken on the bone a couple days ago.
Was that like his favorite food when he was here?
No,
He's showing me chicken. He's talking about how good it is. So why would he talk about how good it is? Either, you know,
maybe I did a good job cooking it. I don't know.
that's what I was gonna say. Either you don't usually cook this so good. There's something specific. Spirit is more specific about that.
Yeah, that might be my issue.
See, it's funny. And then I say that, and somebody in the background goes, "Yeah, you've heard me a million times talk about how there's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance, right?"
Yes.
Was that the first time that you really cooked in a while? Or what is this? He's not letting
No,
you go.
no. I mean, we haven't had KFC in a long time, so maybe he's telling us to get it.
No, it's not that. It's when you're talking about cooking the chicken, there's a feeling of like, yeah, it's about time. Like I was there for that and I can eat this. And oh, I just got it because he was only like 19 months old. He's a big boy now. So the meals that you cook, he's eating with you. And that's one of his favorite foods. And I think it's because uh, he's idolizing his big brother, I think. And that's one of his big brother's favorite foods.
Yeah, no,
His big brother's not into the chicken?
no, no. His big brother's picky with food, very picky.
It's funny because he's still giving him chicken, telling me he's just like him, and but he loved the chicken. I'm gonna come back to you at the end because I don't know how that's playing into this, but he goes, "That's gonna make more sense. Don't worry."
Oh, okay.
Slow that down. But Amy, he looked at you and he goes, "You can't have any chicken." What the heck? It's your food stuff because you're on a diet, or not a diet, but you're on changing the way that you're eating.
Did not start that yet. Today I made chicken.
You made chicken?
I made chicken.
It was really good. I'm telling you guys,
It was good.
they don't change the message just because I don't understand it. And I'm talking to mom and auntie right now. So he's talking to both of you. And I said we're going quick. So he's like, "You're gonna understand the message or you're not." I'm throwing it out there. But they don't change the message just because I don't understand it. They know what's going on in your world. And he's emphasizing how good it was. So that's why I'm confused with mom. I don't understand. And then he's feeding it to his brother. And so maybe he's teasing that if he didn't like mom's chicken, you should eat Auntie Amy's because it was really good.
That could be.
Christina made pork chops once, and Sharif would only eat mine.
Listen, that was because I didn't realize that they were too thin, so I cooked it too long. But I'm a better cook now. Ask Timmy.
He's like, "That's why I'm feeding my brother the chicken. Eat the chicken. Shut your mouth." Too funny. Okay, you guys, I'm going to let him pull his energy back because I got some more people knocking on my door here. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, you guys, is I'm just gonna come to you one by one, and because we're gonna have such a big group here, it's interesting, and I'm just, uh-oh, did I lose someone? I don't know. So if I lose you, just come back into the room. So I'm just double checking I have everybody here. Okay. There's more people. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to come to each one of you, and then I just want you to tell me who you want me to focus on, because there's a lot of dead people in the room. So you tell me who you want me to focus on, and I'm going to go right there, and I'm going to try to get to everybody here today. Da-da-da-ding. Apparently my phone agrees. And Kay, are you here? Because I thought I let you in. Because you
I
just
am here.
okay. Just tell me. Don't text me. Okay, ready? So I want to go to this girl up here at the top first. Oh, MK Walker. See, I've never seen your face before. I see the name MK Walker, and you just heard me say on my live earlier today that your name's been floating around here for a bit. Did you hear me say that on my live earlier?
I did.
Yes. Nice to put a face to the name.
Yeah.
Finally. Is it your dad on the other side?
Yeah.
Because I got a gentleman here, and that's who you were wanting to talk to?
Yeah.
Awesome. I hope so, because he's the one that stepped forward front and center. Okay. Ready to do this?
Yep.
All right. Both feet flat on the floor, hon. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. I love your dad's energy. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Puzzle dump. Are you ready? It's funny
Yep.
because first thing he said is he goes, I know you didn't do the whole explanation on how this works, but she already knows. So skip that. You can do it after me. I'm so excited to do this. So just start with me.
Okay.
Okay.
I think she's got me. I don't know. I just pushed the join my pictures there. I don't know if
Guys, somebody's mute came off here. Hold on, I'm going to mute you. There we go. Okay. He's like, that's not her. Hold on a sec. Okay. Right away, your dad is showing me the body scan, which is my symbol for more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. Remember, they take me through their passing from their perspective, not from ours. So he shows me that, and then he shows me all his strength coming back. He shows me his muscles, how strong he is on that side. I see distance or space, which makes me think that maybe he's been there for a little while. I don't know. It's kind of one of these situations where I can still feel how much you miss him. So sometimes in that situation, a day can feel like a year, or a year can feel like a day. So it can be tricky. But as he steps forward, he's amplifying his energy and talking about how excited he is to let you know that he's here. He's got all his strength back. He feels so much better on that side. And that the reason he's been on your mind so much recently is because he's been talking to you a lot, and you are hearing him. He keeps saying, make sure she knows that is me. She's not crazy. That is me. That is me. And then he brings forward the mother figure, and I don't think it's your mom. I think it's his, if I'm not mistaken. There's a mother figure coming through above him, and I got to slow him down. Is some of this making sense to you?
All of it, yes.
How did dad pass?
So he actually was like a he struggled with substance abuse in his past. And then he got really sick. So when he got sick, his body wasn't able to fight it.
Okay.
So he passed that way. Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
he shows me all the strength being drained from his body. And then on the other side, he's like, look at how strong I am. I got all my strength back. Slow this down. Is his mom also on the other side? Because she's coming forward as well. They gave you the rose, which is birthday anniversary, a date that happens once a year. Feels like you need to know we didn't forget. And I see two dates close together. So I don't know if he's talking about Christmas and another birthday, or there's two dates right around now.
So he actually passed. It'll be 2 years in January. But he died 2 days after his birthday.
Yeah. So he's like, this is his way of break. That's why he's been on your mind. That's why he's like, that's why I'm on your mind. That's why you're thinking about me. That really is me talking to you. I needed you to know that we're with you this year. And I got mom with me. We're both with you. How long has he been gone?
It'll be 2 years.
Because he's showing me 5. He's making me feel like this is like the best Christmas or like he's getting to experience more time with you now than he has in like 4 or 5 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so due to like his um struggles with substance, he was kind of like in and out of my life. So we were close in one way but distant in another. And before he passed, we were a little bit distant.
So when you say that he's thanking you for forgiving him, he's thanking you for talking to him on the other side and for giving him the ability to be close in your world again. He knows that you have forgiven him. He knows, like, he's, again, the energy is coming through is like, I have the best relationship with my daughter that I could have ever wished for now. And he needs you to know that that's real. He's talking about attending a wedding in spirit. And it's interesting because we asked about birthing something new, that card, and he's like, that was for you too. But I don't think it's quite as a child. I think it's something else. But he's like talking about that was just as much meant for you and it's coming in the new year. Do you understand that? Are you starting a new job in the new year?
No,
Okay, what are you talking about, Dad? Okay, let me break this down. I'm hearing wedding bells. Are you married?
no,
Do you have someone in your world?
I do.
Okay. I'm like, are you telling her to get married, Dad? Like, what are we saying here? And it's almost like I approve, I approve, I approve, I approve. I love him. I approve. Like I can hear wedding bells. He's talking about attending a wedding in spirit. So have you guys been talking about that?
Um, a little bit, yes.
See, this is the thing. For me, this is like playing Spirit Jeopardy. I don't get to know the questions. They're just going to tell me the things that you're talking about, things that I can't know, because he wants you to know that he's part of that. Again, this seems like something we're bursting in the new year, something that we're heading towards in the new year. Did he meet him here in the physical world?
Yeah.
Because I feel like he likes him better now. And I don't know if that's because he can see things from a better perspective or if he didn't voice that to you so much here. But he's very much emphasizing how much better he likes him now.
Yeah, I think that would make sense. My partner went through a pretty traumatic accident. He has a spinal cord injury now. So he also had some struggles. So he's done a lot of healing and done a lot of work on himself. So that would make sense.
So that makes sense to me why your dad is putting all this love on him. And he's like, right now, I'm loving him right now. So I think I interpreted that. Let me interpret that better, is what I'm saying. Now that
Yeah.
I know that detail, I think what he's trying to say is he's loving him and watching over him now. And the wedding bells is his way of letting you know he's going to be okay. That if this is the man that you want to marry, that your dad is going to do everything he can in his power on that side too to make sure that you guys can line up to that and that everything's going to be okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's why this is going to be the greatest new year of your life. He's telling you, get excited. That's a message he wants you to know. Is as you move forward into the new year, he's right there with you, and that you guys are going to be overcoming this one obstacle at a time. Because I can feel you've had more than just that. There's a number of them, and he's like, one at a time. These are going to pop off. Did he smoke as well? Because I keep struggling for my breath, and I'm like, why am I? I feel like I'm smoking and choking.
Yeah, he smoked a lot.
He's still smoking. You smell that sometimes around you, hey?
Yeah, it's weird because right before we came on this live, like I kept like my partner was he had just come in the room and I was like, "What's that smell?" Like I could smell something, and he was like, "I don't know, maybe it's something from the garage."
That's your dad. So your heart recognizes his presence and will interpret it through your thoughts as what you remember. So if you remember smelling cigarette smoke around your dad, then when his soul is present, your heart is going to interpret that, not your nose, but your heart's going to interpret that as smell through your thought. That's dad's presence. Does that make sense?
Very.
Just know how proud he is of you, how much he loves you, and he's wishing you a very Merry Christmas, and keep talking to him. He's still there. And then he gave you coffee as he pulled his energy back.
That's so funny. Oh my God. I
Why?
drink coffee.
Mm. So if he could buy you a Christmas, I was wondering why he was putting coffee under the Christmas tree. I'm like, that's weird. That would make sense if that's like your favorite thing. He's like, Dad's getting you a coffee for Christmas. So watch for that. You're going to see somebody in the line up of Timmy's buy you a coffee or something like that's going to happen. And you're going to know that was Dad's soul that sent that to you. So if that happens, say thanks, Dad.
I will for sure.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to let him pull his energy back, but I hope that was helpful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going right underneath of you to the lady Jennifer. Is it Jennifer or Jennifer? Am I reading that wrong?
Jennifer.
Oh, it is Jennifer. I'm like, okay, I know I'm blind. Did I just say your name? Did I butcher a very common name here? Like, that takes it
Jan
on
for
to a whole
short.
new level.
Jan for short.
Jan, who do you want me to connect with?
My husband.
Okay. No wonder I can feel so much love around you. Is your mom on the other side as well?
Yes.
I'm telling you, she's like, what the heck? What about me? What about me? So he's like, okay, fine, you can come too. So I got your husband and your mom.
And my son.
Oh, yeah, here we go. See?
My whole family is there.
Well, we're going to try to stay to these three, but I love how Spirit does that. See, I want to remind you guys, if you guys have a situation like this, I don't want you to be afraid to name 2 or 3 people. Just don't give me 10. 2 or 3 is okay. You don't have to choose between your husband and your son. I promise. I'll try to get to all of them. Okay?
Okay.
Have you seen me read before?
Yes.
Awesome. So you guys just remember they're talking to you, not me. It's Spirit Jeopardy. I don't get to know the question. I just deliver the answers. They're going to talk about things that are going on in your life that I can't know, conversations you've had that I wasn't in the room for, and things you are thinking about that you never told anyone. So just remember they're talking to you, not me, okay? All
Okay.
right. Let's do this. You ready? Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Oh, okay. Puzzle dumper, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So right away, I see your husband first, and he's got like a death grip on the son and the mother. And he goes, sweetie, you didn't think I would be coming alone, did you? He's like, I heard your prayers. I brought them all. It's like, you told him, I'm going to ask for you, but you better bring them with you. And he's like, I heard you. I did my job. Here we are. He's laboring my breath. Remember, they take me through their passing from their perspective, not from ours. He makes me feel like, thankfully, it was very quick from his perspective. I don't know if this is heart attack or I just can't breathe and I'm on the other side. Right away, he shows me being, did your son pass before your husband?
No.
Okay, because right away, he shows me huge relief. He's bringing through somebody else as well, hun. Your husband's showing me huge relief to let you know that the younger soul was here as well. The second that he got over there, he reunited with that younger soul. I sew that down. It's distance or space. I don't know if that's a brother, best friend. We'll get to that in a second. You're cheating. I said 2 or 3, not 4. Sew that down. So he was really excited to see that soul on the other side. You'll figure out who that is in a second. And then now I just see all 3 of them together. So let me just pull his energy back a bit so I can get to your son. He doesn't want to let him go so that I can decipher who's who. Sew this down. As I start to bring in his energy, my face gets very itchy all the way up my whole body. Your son stands up and he's like, look, I'm all in one piece. I look great on this side. Mom, I'm okay. And Dad's here. See, that threw me off. I can feel the relief to be reunited with Dad. I thought it was Dad's relief to be reunited with him, but I think it's his just as much to be reunited with Dad. I see the heart going around the two of them, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection. He takes me to the head and I feel spinning. Now I usually get spinning for a few reasons. Either this is I was not in my right mind before I passed, I couldn't communicate before I passed, or this was actual spinning. Sometimes when they take me to the breath and that spinning at the same time, it can be overdose or complication with medication. All I know is it feels like your son exited the physical world very quickly as well. And they're coming forward so strongly together that it's hard to like pull the energy apart. Is some of that making sense to you?
Yes.
How did your son pass, hon?
He hung himself.
See why I feel the spinning here? And the relief to be reconnected with Dad and have healing with Dad on the other side. Do you understand the emphasis on healing between him and Dad?
Yeah.
I see this as well, which is struggle or challenge in a relationship. Did they have a bit of a struggle or challenging relationship?
No, my son was 13 months old when his father passed.
So what your son is saying is that caused some struggle in his world too. He's like, no, not kind of like that. Hold on. It's more like the pain of that not knowing it's interesting. He had another father figure in his life though, didn't he?
Yes.
Because he said that he's got extreme healing on the other side now to have that closure. Sometimes they show me this sign and it means struggle or challenge. And he's like, I'm trying to get the closure, is what I think he's trying to emphasize. Knowing answers that he didn't have before. You know what I mean? He just keeps emphasizing the healing that he has between him and Dad. But I don't think he's trying to send any shade to the other guy. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now, your husband keeps emphasizing there is a young soul. It was the first person he saw when he got to the other side. A young soul that passed that feels like a long time ago, before we think of as their time. Slow that down. He's like, that's okay, don't dwell on that. We'll come back to it. But again, it feels, do you know if he had a brother on the other side?
Yes, he did.
And he passed some time before him?
Yes, quite a while before.
Yes, so he still would have been a young soul, yeah? See, these are the types of validations that are important for them to give to you so that you know that they made it safe and at peace on the other side. Because I can't know that. And I love that you didn't know who it was at first. And I love when they do that and you roll, or you say, I don't know. And they just roll their eyes at me and go, yes, she does. Don't believe her. Just keep saying it. Just keep saying it. She'll figure it out. And then your mom comes in, and here's the thing. Your mom is showing me rose-colored glasses, which is my symbol for where they see things differently on that side than they did here in the physical world. She puts a white blanket around all of them, and she's making me feel like she's just taking care of everybody on the other side. The white blanket is my symbol for watching over somebody who has health or stress issues. And because your family has been through so much, she's on that side just wrapping them in as much love as she can. Were you very close with Mom?
Yeah.
She goes, don't worry, I kicked his ass for you. And I'm like, what does that mean? So your husband's been on that side for a very long time?
Yes.
Because this man loves you as if he was still here yesterday. You understand that? The love that I'm feeling from this man is thick and intense. And at first I didn't understand why it was coming on so thick like that until you said your son was only 13 months. Because He's still, I don't care if you've been remarried since then. I don't know who this other person is in your world, if that was just somebody for your son or if there was a relationship. But what I do know is this man is saying that when you get over there, his face is the first face you're going to see.
Mhm.
He knows you still have the pictures of him, and I'm seeing the photo albums. Were you just looking at the pictures or the showing me pictures of him? Do you still have wedding pictures of him and you?
Yes,
I feel like,
there's pictures of them all around me right now.
gotcha. I was gonna say, I feel like it's right now, right here. He's showing me right now. I've got them right now. So when you talk to those pictures, he talks back. Slow this down. He's thanking you. So you guys were still married when he passed, correct?
Yes,
Because he's thanking you for all of the choices and decisions that you made around his passing. And then I see the two of them together. Did you put your son with his dad? Are they together in some way, either buried or placed together? So sometimes when they show me together, mean they're buried together. Sometimes it means that their ashes are right next to each other. Sometimes it means you have two pictures of them right beside each other. I'm not exactly sure what it means, but they're like, we're together. Our stuff is right together.
probably in pictures. My son was cremated and my husband was buried.
I knew it as soon as you said my husband was cremated, and I knew it right away. My husband was buried, or my son was cremated. My husband was buried, and I think they're showing me. Have you thought of putting some of the ashes with your husband, like placing them there with him? Have you thought of that?
I had said when I was buried, I wanted the ashes put with us.
There we go, because that's what they're showing.
Some of them, because
Some.
his grandchildren want my sons naturally.
So that's so interesting because that's what I'm seeing. Your husband's like thanking you for that, for all the choices and decisions that were made around his passing. And then he brings in your son, and then I'm seeing the ashes with you guys as that's exactly what he's talking about. So they know that you made those arrangements. Now, when you talk about his kids, see, here's the thing. Your son is like wanting you to know that he's at peace now. He needs you to know that this just feels like torture. I'm not sure what's going on in his world, but I feel like I can't calm my thoughts. I can't feel better about this. I want to be the best man I can for them, but I don't know how to do this. Was there an addiction or something that he's trying to free himself from? Because that's what it feels like. Like I can't free myself from this. I don't know how to get away from this. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, he had a drinking problem. My son.
Yeah. So know that he's working real hard on making sure that he's never going to have that issue again, that he's not drinking on the other side. And is there 4 kids, 4 grandchildren? Does he have 4 kids?
3 biological, and he has one that he helped raise.
So 4. Because he's
Oh,
saying,
3.
well,
3.
3 biological and 1 that you helped raise. That's 4.
No, 2 biological and 1 he helped raise.
And one in Florida.
Okay, because he's still showing me 4. So there's 4.
Yes, he does. I'm sorry, he has one that he had in Florida by a different mother.
Gotta love when the dead are more right than us living are sometimes, right? This is why I trust them all the time. When you say no 3, he's like 4. Mom, come on, 4.
Well, that's because the one in Florida I'm not allowed to see.
Yet. He said, ask and you shall receive, Mom. If that's something that you would like me to help facilitate and reconnect, he can use synchronicity and alignment on the other side, and he can help pull together things that will make that happen. If that's what you want, ask for it, and he will line it up for you. It might take a little bit of time. Remember the law of gestation. But here's the thing, if you ask them for help with something and they line it up in your world, then you understand how mathematically impossible it is to be fluke, random, or chance right after you ask for something. And then you experience their soul in the here and now every single day. you understand
His,
that?
his children that are in New York really want to know the one in Florida.
Then that's why he would bring that message up. You see what I mean? This is why I say it's spirit jeopardy. I don't get to know the question, but I do know the importance of making sure that I don't distort the puzzle piece. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. And I'll let you know when it does. And this is what he's talking about. He's like, Mom, I got 4 babies and I know that you want them in your world. So ask me so that I can bring them back and I can help unite them. This is why your mom is showing me the rose-colored glasses, because the rose-colored glasses symbolize seeing things from a different perspective on that side. So I think what she meant by that, because I was confused, what do you mean by that? And then she put the white blanket over your family. I think she's trying to help them see this from a different perspective, especially your son, because he had a lot of guilt built up over that. I feel like I can't be free of this, and my kids deserve a better dad, and my family deserve a better me, and I don't want to be this version of me anymore, but I feel locked in and I don't know how to get out. And I made a stupid choice and I am sorry. But I'm not gone, and I'm still going to let you know I'm around every chance I get. So if my kids want to be reunited, I will make it happen. Just ask and give me some time to line it up and have faith, because it's going to happen.
They would love that. We
Say,
would
Mom.
love that.
It's like, Mom, I love you. Please know he's reconnected with Dad on that side, and your mom, and your dad or your husband's brother is reconnected with his brother as well on that side. There, you know what made me giggle when they sat down? It's funny that you say that your son had a bit of alcohol, because when I did the connection exercise, I don't know if anybody noticed, I was trying to cover it up, but I had this big gas bubble come up and I'm like quietly burping here. And I'm like, where is that coming from? I'm literally drinking water. Where did all that come from? And it felt like a big beer burp or something. I don't drink beer. I'm allergic to alcohol. But what he just showed me in my head, he goes, yeah, that burp. He goes, tell my mom I'm drinking pop now. And I'm guzzling the pop like I could guzzle a beer. Like, this kid's making me feel like he could drink a beer in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Proud of that. That was my skill. My boys will know that's me, because he could do that like quick. You know that contest where they go chug 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 chug, done. He's like, yeah. He's like, but I'm doing it with pop now, Mom. No more beer. He's free of that addiction. Please know how much he loves you. He's thanking you. He keeps trying to pull his energy back. And then he's like, one more thing. Thank you for putting those decorations on the tree. And thank you for thank you for talking to the kids about me all the time. You guys are constantly having conversations about him. And he's like talking about how you're telling the kids the best version of him, not the sick version of him. And he's thankful for that. Do you have an ornament with him on the tree?
I have several ornaments.
Is he showing me them there? He's like, I know you got them there. I'm home for Christmas with you, Mom, and I'm spending it with Dad, and we're all with your mom. She's a little bossy, and she's making us be happy over here, so it's all good. We're still with you for Christmas. They're pulling their energy back, hon. I hope that was helpful.
It was. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And thank you for what you did for Timmy.
Aw, I did nothing. Angel Mama did it, and all your guys' prayers, you guys all did it. So thank you guys for helping me help Timmy, because I love when we pull stuff together like this, when God works miracles like that. It's so fun to watch.
I'm
Awesome.
connected with that group.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So who do we have next here? I got to put on my glasses so I can see your guys' names. And it's so bizarre. There was more people who bought tickets and they're not here yet. So interesting. All right. Haley Rice. Haley Rice, you're next on my screen. How are you, hon? Slow down. Don't get so excited. Somebody got really excited the second that I connected to you.
Okay.
Did you just get really nervous? I could feel my heart just
did,
start
yeah.
pumping. Like I just
As
was
soon
like,
as you said my name, I got sweaty.
I'm telling you, I felt this whoosh rush and my heart started beating. I'm like, why am I nervous? I've been talking for an hour now. I'm not nervous. Who is it that you want me to connect to, hun?
I was hoping one of my aunts, but I did have one that like just recently passed, so I was thinking it was probably gonna be her.
These, they're funny. She's like, oh, you're gonna like this. We're funny. And then you got the old lady and the young lady. Which one? We'll both go. We'll come together. One is definitely older than the other, or there's a joke about one being the old lady and one being the young lady.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's because when my aunt died, well, like we always joke that my mom was like mad because now Angie can't get older than her because they were like the same age.
I'm telling you, they bring that joke forward when I connect with you. They're
Yeah.
so excited you're here. Okay. All right, Haley, let's do this. I had to look at your name again to remember who I was talking to. Okay. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay. I don't know if humor was a thing in your family, let me tell you, but the banter
Yeah.
back and forth is huge, and they're
Oh
already
yeah.
laughing. And I'm like, guys, can you let me in for a minute? Okay, here we go. So these ladies are sisters, yeah?
No.
Oh,
They're
they
both connected through
obviously
my
knew each
mom
other.
though. They're
Pardon?
both connected through my mom.
Okay, well, they obviously know each other very well because they are laughing and joking and showing me my symbol for being reunited. Now, the older one, the one that I think just passed, she's showing me the body scan, which is my symbol of more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. I'm feeling my symbol for diagnosis, or that she was sick for some time and that she's like making me feel like she put up a good fight, but she was not sad to go when she did because it was just time. I was done, tired of trying to fight this, and I'm okay to be on this side now because now she has a better quality of life. She didn't want to live that way. You understand that?
Yep.
Was she in hospice or something for a
She
while?
was, yeah. Not
Yeah.
for the last couple weeks, yeah.
She's like, that's long enough, kid. And then the other lady, here's the thing, I'm seeing a wheelchair or something. Did somebody have mobility issues as well?
Yeah, she died because she broke her foot and then got a pulmonary embolism.
See, I can't know that. She knows that because she's burning that damn wheelchair. So this lady is so self-sufficient. She takes pride in being self-sufficient and getting things done, right?
She does, yeah.
Here's the thing. She's like, what the heck? We got to talk about Christmas. I pass now so I could be a part of Christmas. I'm not spending Christmas in that damn hospice. But what are we doing for dinner? There's something you guys are cooking weird for dinner, or we're not doing it the way we're supposed to, or we're making something different for dinner this year.
Yeah, our whole Christmas this year is kind of like because we're 7 siblings and everyone's kind of just like all over the place. So we're not doing like an actual Christmas. We're kind of just doing it like whenever, like whoever's here, whenever.
She's not happy about the change in the tradition. This lady definitely likes Christmas and family,
Yeah.
hey?
The last good Christmas that we had was actually at her house and we like all spent the night and we were joking the other day that that was like the best Christmas that we had.
Damn right it was. That's what I heard. I'm sorry. But here's the thing. She says that in jest because at the same time, there's a huge gratitude that we're all being able to go. Somebody's flying somewhere, somebody's traveling, and I'm seeing sand. Who's on a beach for Christmas?
Oh, my sister.
Lucky girl. Oh, yeah, your aunt's like, yeah, I'm going with her too. Good thing when you're dead, you can be in all places at the same time, so I don't have to stay in that darn cold.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to bring in the other one. The other one is telling me, okay, this one that passed some time ago. Is this like 2, 3 years ago? Or because she's taking me back a little ways. The other auntie that you wanted to talk to. So I know we've got the one that just passed, but the other one is showing me my symbol for breath. She's taking me back a little bit. I feel more
Okay.
distorted energy around her passing. So
Okay.
trauma, grief, more unexpected, maybe. You understand?
Okay, yeah.
And then she takes me through the head and I feel some pressure in the head.
Mhm.
Is this migraines? What is this? I get confusion and I got pressure in the head. How did
She had
she
brain
pass?
cancer.
She had brain cancer? I can feel that. And it's like immense confusion starts setting in, and the pain and the tension. And then it goes away for a bit. And then it comes back worse than it was before. She's also showing me this, which is my symbol for named after or just like. Do you
She
know?
named her daughter after me.
Oh, this girl loves you. She had to let the loudmouth one through first. Otherwise, she wouldn't get a word in edgewise. No offense. That's how we love each other in this family. Don't worry.
Yeah.
She knows I love her.
That makes a lot of sense, honestly.
Why is she giving you hair scrunchies? That's weird. Very specifically giving you hair scrunchies.
I don't know.
Did you just break one?
I just lost one.
Was it like your favorite? Like one of your.
It
See,
wasn't my favorite, but it was like one that I had for a long time. You know, when it just like fits around your wrist just right? Like it's just perfectly stretched. Yeah.
this is the beauty of working with spirit, is that it's not about predicting what's coming up. It's not about guessing what sign or symbols written down on a piece of paper. It's about them giving you details and validations of random things like that are going on in your life right now that I can't know. She's with you. Seeing a graduation. How long has your aunt been gone?
Oh, probably about 8 years, I think.
Long time. Because I said, I'm seeing a graduation. She goes, more than one. So she's
Yeah.
been to quite a few graduations after she passed. And I feel like her own, so she has more than one child here that she left here in the physical
Yep.
world, right? Have they all graduated since she passed?
No, they're little still. Well, little, like 12 and 8, 12 and 10 and 11.
Because she's showing me a bunch of graduations and watching over her children at the same time. So, but I feel like she's got more kids. It's funny because you say she's got two, but I saw 2+1, 2+1.
Her husband remarried and had another daughter.
Oh, she loves that kid. I'm telling you, she's like, isn't she the cutest freaking thing you've ever saw? I'm like, yeah, the jigs, oh my God, oh my God. She's not sad at all. She's so glad that he is able to move on and give her babies a mom. Because I feel like this lady is so good to her babies.
Oh yeah, we love her. She's great.
I don't always get that message from them on
I
the
know,
other
yeah.
side. So
No, she's honestly great though.
she is like, your aunt is saying, please let her know that I see everything, that I'm loving them, that I'm there for Christmas. And I'm so grateful that he has such an amazing woman in his world. And here's the thing, they're trying for another baby. He's on his way. Do you understand that? Do you know if they're trying for another one?
I don't know. It's kind of surprising because they're kind of old now, but
That'll, your family, I would love to sit around the dinner table from your family, because you know what the old aunt just pipes up over here? She goes, that's what makes it fun, dear. That's what makes it fun up here. We just get to watch.
yeah.
Hmm. They gave you a car. As she's like pulling her energy back, she's like, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. It feels like a few people in the family need a car. She's like, I'll be Oprah for Christmas. Do you need a vehicle right now?
No, my husband.
And there's other, she's like, yeah, and there's like 2 or 3 other people in the family that need vehicles right now.
Yeah, one of my brothers, his engine just blew.
Yep.
And then I just got a new car like a couple of weeks ago.
She helped with that. She's letting you know. She's like, oh, you're darn straight you did. That's what she keeps saying. Damn right you did. Damn right you did. We helped with that. Please know they're together on the other side, that they're very much still with you. They're very, see, they're excited that you guys are able to do your own thing this year, but at the same time they're reminding you to not forget the traditions, because you guys are all going to be coming back together again next Christmas. She's like, don't you worry, if I have my say, because once I get over here a little while, we ain't going to let you guys go like fly like that all over the place next Christmas. I'll have y'all lined up to be home for Christmas. Because I can feel somebody is sad about this. It's interesting. It's an interesting energy. It's like, don't be sad. It's exciting. It's like, yeah, I'm going to embrace it. But I kind of miss the tradition, but that's okay. It's just a year. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What does she say tattoo? It's not her. I don't
I
think it's,
just got a tattoo.
I was going to say, but it's not for her, right?
So her specifically, a year after she died, I got a tattoo for her. And then I've had two aunts that died since her. So I got a tattoo for them. But originally the tattoo was supposed to have 3 hearts in it, but the girl messed up and she put 2. So I was like, oh, it's fine because like she already has one dedicated to her. So I was like, the other aunties like can just have this one.
And so what's funny about this, because your family's so funny on the other side, they're like, yeah, these 2 hearts, that's why we're the only ones talking. Nobody else is in that too. You can all back off. Or nobody else is in that tattoo. This is our turn. We're together. These are the 2 that are coming through together today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you united them on the other side. They also show me writing. So do you put a date or a writing or some lettering on one of those tattoos?
Not a
What's
date, no.
what do you have writing on your body?
Forever plus a day
What
on my
is,
rib.
I'm telling you,
It
I
was
can see it.
it was one of the last things that she said before she passed.
She's like, so what do you mean no? She's like, you got writing, and you're like, no. I'm like, yes, you do. I'm seeing writing. What does it say? And then you tell me, and it was for her.
Yeah.
They know. Even if you don't understand it the first time I say it, they know. Please know they're okay. She put the white blanket over mom's shoulders. Oh. Has your mom had some breathing issues recently?
She's been really sick, yeah, actually.
Because she put the white blanket over mom's shoulders and I can feel the chest and the breath thing. She goes, let her know it's going to be okay. We're watching over her too. This too shall pass. She gave her, has she literally had cough, like cough?
Yeah, she had COVID and it was like really, really, really bad. And then
Okay,
she started having like weird things happen to her since.
this will just help with the cough, okay? I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but look it up. Google it after we're done. Maybe not on Google. It'll be on TikTok or YouTube, I'm sure. But it's one of the best cough medicines you can ever get. No, I'm not talking Buckley's. That stuff never worked for me. It tastes terrible. But what does work is, it might sound gross, but take an onion, chop it up, put it into a little container, and then put like a 1/4 cup of honey in there. And then put the lid on it, mix it up, put the lid on it, and let it sit overnight. You're going to take that the next day, you're going to strain the onions out and just have the liquid, and then you're going to take 2 spoonfuls of that. That is the best cough syrup that you will ever get. Look it up, because I might have butchered the recipe a little bit, but it's pretty close. You'll get my gist. She's like spoon feeding your mom. She's like, give her the natural stuff. Like almost like she's telling her the medication might not be helping, but this natural stuff will help a lot.
My mom literally just started like fermenting a bunch of food like a couple days ago.
Your aunt is communicating with your mom, and your mom is picking up his thoughts, whether she knows it or not. It sounds like a thought that interrupts the rest of our thoughts. And so this is what I mean when I say that she is here trying to watch over your mom, giving her the ideas that will help make her healthy again. She is watching over her and you. I'm still seeing a baby boy coming. Are you trying to have babies? I think it could be free, because she's not, as she's pulling her energy back, she goes, I'm not giving up. But you tell her, I still got this boy here. I got this boy. So just know that with the law of attraction comes the law of gestation, which means that when you ask God for something, you have to let it develop. It doesn't just show up the next day, but it doesn't mean that it's not on its way. They're already hanging out with the soul of this little fella on the other side, teaching him all their sarcasm and everything, so that when he gets here to you, you're going to have a fun ride and you'll recognize their personality through his.
Perfect.
They're pulling their energy back, hon. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, moving over. Vanessa, I recognize your face.
Hi.
How are you doing? It's funny because when I saw the ticket that was here, I heard your mom go, this one isn't for her, it's for her this time. Did you buy the ticket for your girlfriend?
No, she bought it for me.
That's so funny. They knew there was something flippy in the ticket like that. I thought it was you bought it for her. That's so funny. Okay,
Yeah.
so she knows. She's thanking her for that.
Aw.
She's like, I'll make it short and sweet. She's done some things to help me or to validate for me recently. Okay, let's do this connection. Both
Okay.
feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. That's so funny. I love your mom's energy. You know what she just said to me? She goes, great, because you read for me so many times. I don't have to tell you how I died again. I can just get to the good stuff. She plops herself right in the middle of the couch. Have you guys been watching a lot of Christmas movies or a lot of TV lately?
Yes.
She's like so excited. She's like, just know I'm there with them. Make sure. She's like squishing in between you guys. And she's so excited that you know that she's there.
I just said I felt her. I literally just told Janet I felt her. Like here right now.
Because she's sitting right beside you. She's so excited. She's like, here's the thing that made me laugh. She's like, oh, Tracy, I love this. Like, she's making me feel like this is like her new addiction now. Like, she's addicted to all this. Even she would not have believed this as much in the physical world, even though I feel like she had a little bit of a belief. It's like blowing her mind now.
Oh, she believed it.
See, that's what I'm saying. She had a little bit of a belief. She's like, but not like I do now. Like, this is blowing my mind. Okay, slow down. She's so happy that she gets too high vibrating. I can't understand her. So slow this down. She's just so excited about being present in your world. She's saying hi to all the kids. Are they in the room with you right now? Do you have,
There's.
she's like, make sure you say hi to my babies. And
That's what she calls them. Her babies.
that's what I heard. She's just showing, she's still going too fast. She really likes Christmas, doesn't she? She loves the holidays. She loves all of this. And did you just take some time off? Somebody took some time off. She's like, we finally have some time off to spend it with my babies.
Janet.
Okay, I don't know what that means, Mom. She gave her an apron. But there's a teasing energy in it, almost like she's cooking and she doesn't want to cook, or she's not as great at it as she wants to be, but she's doing a better job and she thinks she is. But there's some kind of, she's giving her an apron. Do you know what she's
Okay. So she has been doing a lot of cooking. This could be two things. I've started learning to tattoo, so I just bought an apron for that because I got ink everywhere. And then Janet has Janet has been cooking a lot and she has gotten a whole lot better. She used to burn water. So
So you know what I love about this is your mom just said she's addicted to this now. She loves this so much now. She's got it loves it more since she's been on that side than she did when she was here in the physical world. And then when she gives you that apron and you say, yeah, that's for me and her, she goes, see how good I am? Two birds, one stone. Queen of the messages. She's like, I got this down.
yep.
She's giving you cocoa or hot chocolate and feels like cocoa. Like, was she baking something with cocoa? Like, don't forget the cocoa. Like, don't forget it. Like, it's hot chocolate or cocoa or chocolate powder or something like this. Don't forget it. It feels like we forgot it at the grocery store. We need this ingredient.
I said we forgot something at the grocery store, but which I was thinking hot chocolate. But tomorrow we're going ice skating, so
Don't
which
forget.
she brought up the last time.
Oh, funny. Because
Yeah,
she's
and we didn't know
loving.
about it. We didn't know about the ice skating until recently.
She's like, so bring the hot chocolate.
Yep.
She's thanking you for watching her favorites. I feel like I'm seeing old classics. Like, I don't know what you guys have been watching recently, but she's like, thank her for watching that old classic. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I feel like I'm like Miracle on 34th Street or something old.
Home Alone.
That's okay. Now they're just making this personal. That came out when I was a kid. That's not that old. Come on.
So we haven't watched the movie, but we're getting the car off the Thelma and Louise movie
Mm-hmm.
because Janet's middle name is Louise and my mom's real name is Thelma. We just called her Lena for her nickname. So
Yeah.
we're getting the car as a tattoo. So I don't know if that could be a reference to like the old movie.
She's like, no, but we can talk about that. So when you say we're getting the car, she's like, fix the seats. Fix the seats. What's with the seats?
I don't know.
So it's
I'm
not a
not
brand new car, right?
It's a tattoo of a car, but my brother just got her car running after a year and a half. Yeah,
So there was another message. You mentioned car. She doesn't mention the tattoo car, but she's mentioning the seats in the car. Fix the seats. The seats are broken. As soon as you say car, she's like, oh yeah, fix those.
the whole car
It's like
should be
torn.
drunk.
When I asked her, I'm like, why aren't you referencing the Thelma and Louise? She's like, because I don't want them to die. She's like, what a sick reference. What are you talking about? She's like, she's joking, right? There's a reference of like, don't put that on because we're not dying. You're going to live forever. She's extra watching over you right now. What the heck? Literally, when you say Thelma and Louise in a car, she's not talking about the tattoo, but she's putting protection around you. Was somebody almost in an accident? Because she's literally stepping in now, showing me protection.
That's not funny. I don't think so.
Do you have a teenager that's learning to drive right now?
I have a 21 and a 24-year-old that drives. So those two, yeah.
I'm telling you right now, your mom is watching over that situation and saying there was a close call. I don't know if you guys you're in the States, aren't you? Do you guys have winter up there? Because
Yeah.
we have winter here. So I don't know if they slid and they almost hit or what that is, but she's like, close call. I fixed that.
I'm gonna have to ask them because they wouldn't tell me. And then, like I said, the car that my brother was left, that was my mom's, it shouldn't be running. So, like, I'm sure she's protecting him.
Yes. You know what she just said? You know what she loves? She loves that you guys are so close. She loves that now that on that side, her heart really is at peace. It's so funny. I think I've had this message. I think I said this was like the first message I think that I brought through is that originally your mom, this is all new for her in this day and age, right? How to accept these new relationships and stuff. And I don't think it was that she didn't accept it. I think there's that worry. Is my daughter going to be okay? Is this going to make her have a hard life? Like, are they going to be okay? Now that she's on the other side, she has full clarity and she just keeps showing me how much you guys love each other and how grateful she is to see how deep that bond is. And that just gives her so much relief to know that you guys are as close as you are and that her family is in such good hands.
My brother has been struggling. He came home from prison July and he's been struggling. And then yesterday he broke down. Like that was his first actual breakdown since he's been home. And like we both just hugged it out in front of my mom's picture. And like I knew my mom was there at that exact moment.
So that would be why as soon as you bring up car, she goes right to what's going on with your brother. Because she would be trying to prove that she sees what's going on in his world as well. And please let him know she's very proud of him. She's just said now he's got to clean himself up. And I'm like, do you mean because he's in jail? She's like, no, he needs new clothes. I don't know how long he was in jail for, but she's given him new clothes. She's thrown out a bunch of his stuff. Like, I don't know if he's got the ripped jeans style or if he's just got like old jeans, but she's like re-clothing him here.
So he works outside, so all of his new clothes that we got him, I think it's starting to get tattered. So, and Christmas is coming up, so
So there you go.
yeah.
Thank you for getting him clothes. And then he's coming home. You guys are going to be together for Christmas though, right?
He is home. Yeah, he will be here for Christmas. Yep.
Does he smoke?
Yes, he does.
Your mom said this. Tell him to put the cigarette out.
Yep. I
She's
couldn't
like,
even get her. I couldn't even get her to put the cigarette out.
she's like, I'm dead. Now I can smoke all I want. I'm not bugging you. Make sure he puts that out because I know it's driving you nuts. Aw. So she's pulling her energy back. She goes, okay, let's watch Thelma and Louise. Let's do it. Well, if you're going to tattoo it, at least watch the movie.
Can I ask to bring a friend in real quick?
Okay.
My friend Heather that has been gone for a little while.
Heather needs to like slow down a little bit. You said Heather. She's like, that's me.
I haven't heard from her in a while.
Is this overdose? Why is she choking me out, hun?
So she did have an addiction. She did, but she passed away due to COPD and I believe cancer.
Thank you, because like literally my whole throat was like, why is she choking me? I can't breathe.
Her lungs, and she smoked on top of that.
She's okay on that side. She's safe and at peace on that side. And they're still smoking. There are a bunch of chain smokers over there. She's like, I'll quit when I come back in my next life. She said, thanks for talking about me, guys. Yes, I'm still young and beautiful. So there's something about the way she looked. She's playing the song Lady in Red. Have you ever heard that song?
I've heard that song.
It's about somebody looking beautiful. She is so good on that side. Please know that she's not. This was addiction. Like she did, yeah, literally. So I got it. I reminded myself because what she's showing me is how much prettier she is on that side. She's not suffering that way anymore. She doesn't look gross like she did before she passed. She goes, I don't want you to remember me that way. I'm so beautiful. That's why she's telling me back when I don't think she quite realized how beautiful she was before that addiction. Now she's like, that's exactly what it is. It feels like I had some harsh self-confidence about myself, you know what I mean? But now I can see how beautiful I really am on the other side. Loves that you are married. She didn't know your wife?
No. She knew her through a camp, but not with us together.
Yeah. So she doesn't have a lot else to say other than she's with you. Your mom's like pushing her away. This is my time. Who said you could come? But she is safe and at peace on the other side. She removed that block here. She goes, I can breathe so much better now. I'm not suffering from anything on that side. I hear them talking about me all the time. And that was her that gave you that dime, not your mom, and you knew it. Dime or penny, because I said dime. She goes, we're not in Canada. Penny, quarter, something like that. They use change when they need to show you that they're all around.
Found 2 pennies last night.
There you go. That was her.
Okay.
And I'll let her pull her energy back. I hope that was helpful though.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, we got a whole bunch of people coming in right now. I think some of you got the time mixed up, hey? That's okay, because we started an hour ago, but I'm going to stay and make sure everybody gets a reading, so it's not a big deal. All right, you guys. I was kind of going in order, but now everybody's coming in, so my orders got all mixed up, so let me put on my glasses and just see who's been here the longest. Where am I starting? I want to get the people that have been here the longest waiting. This lady here, I think in the middle, has been here for a bit. All I can see though is iPhone 2. And there's a young man standing beside you. And so I don't know who that is. You're in a gray sweater staring at me. I think you're in bed. Yes, you. Ha, yes, you. All it says is iPhone. I can't see your name, honey.
Hi. Sorry.
Hi.
Hey, you go. I'm sorry, it's my baby boy.
That's
Hi.
it.
Sorry.
So I want to come to you, but I didn't know. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I do know there's a gentleman behind you. What is your name, hun?
Laura. Hey, Hugh, I asked you to go. Laura. My name's Laura Morrison.
Oh, okay.
My son doesn't listen very well.
Who is this? Were you wanting to connect to a gentleman?
Yeah.
Okay, because he's responding like crazy. Everything that you say, like his energy is so present. I don't even know. I couldn't even see your name. All I know is he's like, me, come to me, come to me.
Yeah.
He's just showing me to check my phone. We haven't even connected yet. My throat is burning. Wait a minute. Are you the lady that messaged me earlier? Somebody messaged me, no name, just a phone number, asking me to connect with a young soul that passed. Is this you?
It may have been. I'm wanting to connect with my fiance. Tomorrow will be 4 years that he passed.
This is absolutely you. Okay, let's do this. He knew you were coming. He brought you here. Okay, let's do this. Are you ready?
Yes.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Oh, God. Okay, so right away, the love is enormous. So here we go. Okay, buddy, slow down. Remember, they take me through their passing from their experience, not from ours. So here we go. First thing he does is he steps forward and he shows me the mind, and my mind is spinning, which is my symbol for I can't keep track of my thoughts, or I can't communicate before I pass, some depression, mental illness, something like that. But I also can't breathe. Sometimes when they take me through those both symbols, that means overdose or complication with medication. All I know, it was sudden, unexpected, or traumatic. Slow this down, buddy. Slow down. Then he's like, he needs you to know that he's so much better on that side, that he's definitely okay, and that he's with you. What does this mean? I don't know if he. Okay, slow down, bud. Slow down. I can feel the distorted energy, which is pain and grief and trauma around his passing. He makes me taste blood. He's pushing somebody away. There's somebody else that keeps trying to come forward, and he's like, no, get out of here. You don't get to come near me. Slow this down. And then he gives you his love. And it's like, this is never going to change. I don't care if you're dating. I almost wonder if you're dating somebody right now or something, because he's like making me feel like no matter what you do, it's never going to change. I'm always going to love you. You're my number one.
Yeah.
How long has he, are you understanding some of this? Because this is Spirit Jeopardy for me. I get the answer. I don't know the question.
That's me, because I just don't want to date anybody. Like he was my soulmate, and I don't want to be with anybody like besides like he was the last person I was with, and I don't want to be with anybody else.
I can feel that you're still in that grieving, distorted energy.
Yeah.
He needs you to know that if you move on and find love again, that's never going to change your connection with him, ever. That he's still going to be there with you, but he wants you to be happy here in the physical world and to be able to have healing. He's still pushing a soul away and telling me to read my text messages. What did you say to me in text that he's telling me I'm missing? I gotta
I-
find your text message now, honey. I'm sorry. You're the
Oh, that's
person that text me. Hold on a second. Laura, can I read your message?
Yeah, you can.
I'm asking you, who's this lady he's pushing away? Who is this? Who's he pushing away and telling you I'm your number one? And then he's joking with me and telling me, look at your phone, look at your phone. He's like rolling his eyes at me like, you two are pathetic. You can spell it out for you and you don't even remember. I'm like, I don't remember nothing when I'm reading. I'm just channeling your words. I'm really curious about something. The woman found deceased in the park in Forest Lawn was his ex. They had 2 kids together. Does that put them back together? Super strange question, sorry. Let me tell you, honey, I didn't even know your name when all I can see is iPhone here. He's like showing me this on the other side and pushing this other girl away, showing me you're his number one and only. Just because she's on the other side doesn't mean they're hanging out together. He does show me that they've made peace on the other side because he had some pain left over from her, but they've made
Yeah.
peace with that. But that it's not like they're a couple on the other side. He needs you to know you're the only one. He's got your heart. You got his tattoo as well. He's like, yeah, that was for you as well.
Yeah.
You have 2 kids?
I have 4 kids. We have a boy together, and then he has 2 kids. 2 kids with his ex. We had like a blended family.
And here's the thing. You had a child after he died?
No. Our son was 18 months old when he passed away. He was just a little one. No babies in my future.
Okay.
No, impossible.
What do we got to say here, dude? He shows me the symbol for tattoo. He's showing me that you've got to work through this grief. He really wants you to work through this grief because it's hard for him to communicate with you if it hurts you every time he gives you a message. He's not going to send you the messages as often because he doesn't want you to feel the pain of his loss over and over and over again. You understand?
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was at the doctor's today and I broke down like for the 18th time today. So
And it's been some time and I can still feel it's affecting you. And I think this is why he's bringing up the kids. He's like, you gotta do it for them too.
yeah.
He's giving one of them a helmet, and I'm not sure why. It's a second.
My daughter, the one who he was closest with, just got her learner's license. So maybe that could be.
Aw, beep beep. So 2 messages in that. One, that wasn't exactly what he was talking about. But he goes, yeah, okay, we could do that for her. But then he changes it. He goes, actually, I want her to know I'm really proud of her. She's a really good driver. He's emphasizing that he doesn't need a helmet because she's a really good driver, but he would tease her about that if he was here. Feels like for a younger child, like a boy. Like, so I don't know.
Probably our son Hugh, that's very accident prone.
Thank you. Talking about like, because he was showing me a bike and he's like, oh, maybe not. And then I saw like a scooter and he's like, I don't know about the wheel thing.
Scooter's out front.
Yeah, well, not my bike. My bike gone.
Bike's gone, yeah.
Your son is right there. So that's what he's doing. He knows your son is there. I didn't know that. He's giving him his helmet and telling him to remember your helmet when you're out on those bikes. Dad's watching you. I know that you're out there and you're riding around without your helmet. I can see you. Okay, slow this down. Okay, why does he keep saying tattoo? He says tattoo and then he gets off the subject. Do you have a tattoo for him?
I
You're
have
your dad. You're your dad. You're your dad.
one. I have 4 tattoos for him.
So he knows.
Yeah, I have like one on my chest, one on the side of my hand, one on my arm, one in the middle of my chest, and on my thigh. I just kept getting them.
Have you been working out or exercising lately? He's spinning you around,
No,
which is my
no,
symbol.
no,
Okay,
I've been doing very, very poor.
let me tell you what this means, because he's spinning you around, which is my symbol for taking better care of yourself, eating healthier, exercising, something like that. So if you've been, usually that means I'm seeing you do this right now, but I've got a husband coming through who loves you very much and is telling me that you've been deep in despair and grief for a long time. So if he's showing me this symbol and you haven't been doing those things, then I think this is him saying, come on, you got to take care of yourself. And it's not because he thinks you're fat. It's because you got to get moving again. You got to get things like your confidence up there again. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I've literally spent a year sitting in a basement alone with my kids
Yeah.
because I'm like so depressed to go outside.
Honey, I want you to invite him in your world, okay? I want you to think about him as he's still here. He's just in Germany. If he was in Germany, he wouldn't be dead and gone forever. You would just have to find a new way to communicate, right?
Yeah.
Ask him to send you a sign. Ask him to send you something so big that you can't mistake it, that it gets your attention, and then give it a color just in case. Be like, okay, send me a sign so big it gets my attention that I can't miss it, and make it blue. So that when some big blue thing lines up, you're like, I know that was you because I just asked.
Yeah.
You have to learn his new language in order to hear him every day. If you are telling yourself every day he's dead and gone, then you're not going to be looking for the signs and symbols of his active presence. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I've bought in so much stuff and I like been wanting to like do it and I just like I'm like it's like I'm just so lazy to do anything and I have like no motivation like every holiday like I hate the holidays now like I just don't like it's just like not fun for me and
But here's
yeah.
the thing. I want you ever hear that expression, time heals all wounds?
Yeah, I don't know if it does. But yeah, I have.
It's bullshit. You are
Yeah.
absolutely correct. It's absolute bullshit. You know what it is? It's what you do in that time that will heal those wounds. If
Mhm.
you sit in the dark and you think sad thoughts and speak sad thoughts and feel sad thoughts, you're going to feel that energy for the rest of your life. Your children are going to grow up in that energy. It's never going to go away. Happiness is not something that's just going to come knock on your door someday. You have to take baby steps towards feeling better every single day. And I want you to invite him in your world. The more that you can feel some presence of his soul in your world by giving you signs and symbols that are so mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance, and not
Mhm.
from me. You need to ask from it for yourself and have him line it up so that you feel his soul right there in that moment. If you can start doing those things, you will be able to start healing, knowing that he's not gone. But you have to stop telling yourself he's dead and gone. You have to start telling yourself he's invisible. And you have to start looking for his communication in a new way. Do you understand?
Yeah, there was like a lot of trauma around it because his mom blamed me and said that he drank himself to death because I made him so miserable. And then like that's been like weighing on me a lot lately.
Sweetie, hurt people hurt people. And he
Yeah.
said that when you said that, he goes, she's one to talk. I spent more time with her than anybody in the world. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
He loves
Yeah.
his mom, but he said, listen, my mom is also hurting and she has never known how to deal with pain. And so some people, the only way that they can heal their pain is by having a scapegoat and having somebody to be angry at. So
Yeah.
do know that he doesn't agree with that. He's showing me, she doesn't speak for us. I speak for us.
Yeah. That makes sense.
He gave you a rose, sweetie, which is birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. And I feel like I'm going to March, February, March, somewhere in there. Who's got the birthday in the spring?
Um, my daughter's birthday is February 15th, so right around March.
And
I
that's your child together?
No, that's my middle daughter, and they were super close. I brought a picture beside me that was her and Evan.
Got ya.
Yeah.
So he's wishing her a happy birthday and wanting you to know that you can take steps towards happiness. You have to fight for your happiness. It's worth it for you and for those babies. It's not something that's going to just come and jump up at you. You've got to understand how worth it it is. And you've got to understand that he's never going to leave you. Ever, ever, ever. He said, the dream is coming. Just breathe. He doesn't want you to have another nightmare. So he wants to be able to, he's waiting so he can come when you're not going to wake up and feel his loss all over again. Did you have nightmare clip dreams of him?
Every time I have a dream about him, he's like ignoring me and like he's drinking and like he like doesn't care about me.
Sweetie, this is why he says that he can't come to you in your dream for a little while, because your dreams are literal interpretations of how you feel about your physical reality. Now, what that means is that what he's saying to you in your dream is that he's not gone. So in your dream, he's ignoring you because in your physical world, you feel like he's ignoring you, like he's not here, like he's drinking, like his addiction took him away from you and now he's gone. So in your dream, you're seeing a literal representation of that. But what is actually going on is this man loves you so much, he keeps trying to show you his presence, but you're misinterpreting it through your pain. Do you understand that?
Yeah, it makes sense a lot. A lot.
Every time you see him in that dream, know that that means he's trying to get through. And this is why he's telling you that you have to let him in. That pain is keeping you separated. Because let me ask you this, you're a mama. You love those kids more than anything in this world, right?
Yeah.
Now, knock on wood, this doesn't happen. It's just an example. But let's say you pass tomorrow, okay? Now, when you pass away, your kids are grieving and hurting. And every time your soul, now it's invisible, they can't see it, but they can feel you. So every time you get close, they start thinking of you and remembering you and bawling their head off and feeling your death and feeling your absence. Are you going to keep standing real close to them so they keep feeling that? Or are you going to back off a little bit? Kind of like so they don't smell you. Like if you're hungry and you have your favorite restaurant coming at you, it makes you worse. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been like kind of like keeping my distance. And today at my doctor's appointment, like I've been feeling really suicidal.
Yeah.
And but obviously I have kids, so I'm trying to like remain strong, and it's just been really hard.
I know, honey. So here's the thing. He just said, I want you to write down all those feelings and those thoughts and all of that anger and all of that pain. I want you to write it down and then I want you to burn it. Because these kinds of emotions, they do not just magically go away. You have
Yeah.
to transmute them, which means that you have to find a way to take it from a negative into a positive. And I know that's easier said than done when we're talking about somebody being on the other side. But if you
Yeah.
understand that he lived his life, his soul purpose, and now his purpose is to be here with you and the kids in a different way and help
Yeah.
guide you through your life in a different way. But if you don't heal, then he has to stay back because his presence too close to you will hurt you worse instead of
I can heal and then be single, right? I don't know. I just don't. I'm not into dating ever
yet.
again.
Yet. Someday you will. I'm telling you, someday you will.
Yeah.
Just know he's still there with you. He's working very hard to help you find that healing. And again, he goes, do it, Tracy. Tell her to get that pen and paper, write out all that stuff, and burn it. Release it to the atmosphere, to the energy. And then I want you to take out another pen and I want you to write down everything that you're grateful for. Every single thing that you are grateful for in this world. Start with your kids, they're the easy ones. And I want you to focus on that and milk it as much as you can. Because when you write your words down on a piece of paper, we call that spell ink for a reason. They are
Yeah.
spells. Your words written down are two-dimensional manifestations of what you've asked for. And then the universe will start collecting the components to manifest it in a third dimensional way. You have to
Mhm.
create the reality you want by your thoughts and your words and your emotions. So if you're constantly thinking about the pain, then it controls you and you walk right into that painful reality in your future. Write it all down, burn it, write what you want, and watch for him to start lining it up in your future. You are going to feel better because he is very much over your shoulders, watching over you. And he said, you got to do this for the both of us, hon. You got to do this for the both of us.
And I think I need to forgive myself.
Yeah. It wasn't your fault. And I don't care what his mom, he just put that Band-Aid over his mom. He's like, Mom, I love you, but shut your yap.
Yeah.
All right, hon. I'm
Yes.
gonna let him pull his
I
energy. But
I have one thing, but no, it's not about Evan though.
Yeah.
This is actually like kind of like cool. Well, not cool. Well, my grandma passed away on December 9th, and she lost her husband 42 years ago, and she died on the exact same day as her husband. Yeah, it was 42 years ago on December 9th, and I don't know why, but it like made me happy that like they were like back together, and like that's how like I feel like it might be.
yes, you are
But
absolutely correct.
yeah.
So what that is the same thing happened with my dad and my grandma. My grandma died May 13th, 2010, and my dad died May 13th, 2021. What that
Mhm.
is your loved one coming to get them. And this is what I'm saying. You can always feel their presence because they use synchronicity and alignment and dates. And so what they did is he lined it up on the same date that he passed so that you would feel his presence and know that he came to collect her.
Yeah.
And she just said, next time ask for me, I'll talk to you all day long. Da 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 da. And he's like, no, that's why she didn't ask for you. That's why she wanted to talk to me.
Yeah, I never knew my grandpa because I wasn't even born. So, and my dad was like 21, and yeah,
But you
we
guys
didn't.
got the message. When grandma passed on the same day as grandma,
Yeah.
you knew he came to get her.
I literally had like chills down my spine like the moment she passed away. Like no one told me, and then I called somebody. I called my sister, and she literally like passed within 10 minutes of me calling. Yeah. So,
Well,
but
if
I
you
don't
come
know.
back here again, she's like, if you come back again, you're not going to be able to shut me up. I let you have your moment with your man, but next time it's my turn.
Yeah. Yes, Grandma. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Have a great rest of your night.
You too. Bye, Tracy.
Okay, I gotta put my glasses on and see who we have here. Where am I going here? Who's right beside you here? Faye. I'm looking at you. Can you hear me, honey? Faye? Or is that a picture? I just see somebody looking at me not moving, and I'm like, wow, you're really still. Maybe you're off doing something else at the moment because you're not coming back on. If you're here, take your mute off. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Hi.
Sorry, I'm on my phone, so my thing's
There we
working really
go.
slow.
That's okay. I'll try to do this. Slow down, guys. I'll try to be as clear as I can. Who do you want me to connect to, hon? They're already starting.
I'm not too sure. Um, I've been thinking lately about my mom a lot,
Your mom's
so
on the
maybe
other
with
side.
her.
Yeah, I would think.
Hey, Blue. Blue, come. Blue Bear, come here. Sorry, my dog's freaking out.
That's okay. That happens often when we try to
Blue.
connect to spirit. All of a sudden, the animals start going crazy in the room. It's very common.
Blue Bear. Blue, come here.
Know when you're ready,
Blue.
and we'll do this connection exercise, okay?
Blue, enough. Come here. Hey. Blue, enough. Come here. Come here. No, 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 no. Come here.
Gotta love how spirit affects animals, hey?
Yeah. Blue Bear. Blue. What's this? What's this?
Your mom's like
Okay, I think
patient,
he's
but
okay.
not patient at the same time. She's already starting. I'm like, hold on, don't making me itchy now doesn't help me, Mom.
One second. We're in a new place. This is like one of our first nights where we're going to be here the whole night.
Oh,
Um,
exciting.
let's see. Ah, yes, bittersweet. I'll say that.
If you need me to read somebody else first and come back to you, I can do that too.
I think we'll be okay. I just have to do something else shortly. Um, just because like my time, I was late to the thing, not because I knew what like I think he's okay now because like I'm moving, so it's giving him like he's just following me now. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna keep walking around so he chills out.
Well, the thing is, that makes it really hard for me to connect to your energy. It's like trying to take a picture in a moving car. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, I will get him to sit down here. Yeah.
You can kind of stand up after we do the connection exercise. I just need to get a really good connection to your energy, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? Let's do this before we lose it.
Mhm.
Okay. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing it start from your big toe, pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me. Oh, okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Puzzle dump. Here we go. First of all, your mom showed me body scan, which is my symbol for more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. She's taken me back in time a little bit. It feels like she's been there for some time.
Mhm.
She's wanting me to let you know how much better she feels now that she's on the other side. Like I got all my strength back. And again, it's a scenario where I feel like I put in a good fight. She's showing me the spinning here, which is like I can't communicate before I pass. I don't know if this is dementia, Alzheimer's, stroke, aneurysm, and an inability to communicate. She's also showing me the soul tethered to the body. Now, when they show me the soul tethered to the body with a spiritual umbilical cord, kind of like a baby is tethered to mama with an umbilical cord, usually that lets me know that there was significant damage or pain throughout the body because the soul will step out of the body but not leave the body. So I usually see that if somebody was in a state of a coma or inability to communicate or something like this, there's a reason the soul did not leave the body for some time before she passed. Do you understand that?
Um, yes, but so I'm adopted. Um, so my biological mother who I was referring to, Blue, come here.
Sorry, say that again. It just disconnected, hun.
So my biological mom passed away 5 years ago, but um my adopted mother has Alzheimer's, but she hasn't passed yet, but she had a stroke not long ago.
Here's the really cool thing about Alzheimer's and dementia. It used to trip me up when I started doing this work. Sometimes I get messages from those that are in a deep state of comas that cannot communicate here in the physical world, and I can see them attached to the body. I'm telling you, your mom that's still here, I'm connecting to her right now. She's showing me that she's standing there right beside her body, but not in the body because there's too much damage in the body. You understand that?
Yeah. Blue, enough.
And what I love about this is that your biological mama is the one that is watching over her and you.
Hmm. Yeah.
But were you raised with your biological mom in the beginning? Like the first
Sort
few
of.
years of your life? I'll tell you why I asked that, because your mom's showing me, your biological mom, I believe, right, is
Hmm.
showing me that she had you like those first, I don't know if it's first few months, first few years, but she's like, she was mine, she was mine, she was mine, she was mine. Do you understand what she's talking about?
So my biological mother was not able to take care of me, so she lived with my adopted parents for the first year and a half, so that because she's their adopted daughter as well. So they wanted to make sure that she was 100% on the decision before they filed my legal adoption papers. And after that, then she left, and I had minimal contact with her throughout my life.
Okay, so this is what she wants me to talk about, honey. I have goosebumps up and down my whole body because she keeps showing me she's mine, she's mine, she's mine, and I can feel overwhelmingly unconditional love for you. When she signed those adoption papers, she might not have come back into your life, but that was not because she didn't care. It's because she wanted you to have the best life and the best parents and the best, childhood that she can. She didn't want to be somebody that would cause that disruption in your world. Do you know what I mean? And when you said that this woman adopted her, that tells me why she's standing there watching over your adopted mother, like she loves her too. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you need to know that I didn't go away because I didn't love you. You need to know that this was my way of trying to give you the best life because I knew she was a good mom. I knew she could do this for you the way that she helped me. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
But see, your biological mom now, it's interesting because your grandma's still here too. I say grandma now because that's kind of how it feels, mom and grandma. Even though they're like both moms to you, I'm going to say it that way so I can differentiate the two moms, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Your mom is still tickling my face with disfiguration as well, but her passing was sudden, unexpected, or traumatic, and I taste blood.
Yes.
How did mama pass?
She was run over by a taxi.
Thank you, because I can taste the blood. Know that she did it. She passed very suddenly. She went over to the other side very quickly. She did not suffer. I feel gratitude, and then she's taking me to a resting place. Do you have some of her ashes? Was she cremated?
No,
I should ask. Or
no.
she was buried?
Yeah.
Okay. So that probably makes more sense the way she's showing it to me, but they're puzzle pieces to me. So listen to what she's showing me. She's taking me to her resting place, but then she's showing me that you have something of hers. So sometimes when they show it to me that way, I think, sorry, I got a hair tickling me right here. Ugh. Sometimes when they show it to me that way, it makes me think that you have their ashes. But she's taking me to the resting place, and then she's handing you something that is hers. And I feel grateful that you have that and you know that it's me. What is she talking about?
I'm not sure. Can
Are
you
you on her
describe the rest?
Are you
Go
on her
ahead.
tombstone? Is it loving mother written on her tombstone or mother on her tombstone? Are you acknowledged on her tombstone or on her plate or whatever it is?
No.
Because it feels like we're talking about that because she's like taking me there. She's like, but you have me with you. Like, she's like taking me to a resting place and it's like, but I'm with her, but I'm with her. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And she's like, well, because of the stone or because of this. It's almost like, I feel like she's wanting to give you the acknowledgement now that maybe she couldn't when she was here in the physical world. And there's something that you have of hers. Slow this down.
The thing that I can think of is when right before she died, I was in the Philippines and I got me, her, and my other biological siblings, because I have contact with them as well, these hand-carved bracelets.
Got ya.
And
That's
that's the
cute.
only thing I can think of.
That I
And
think, yeah.
when the elders talked about burying her, because I was the one who prepared her body, I asked if I could put that in there with her, and they said to be careful because that would create a connection there, is kind of how they described it.
That's a bad thing that I would have a connection with my mama? Listen,
No, so they meant more that it would connect me to the spirits, and that they were concerned that because in Cree culture, when after someone dies, you're more vulnerable to bad spirits.
so I'm not going to say anything about culture. I'm just going to say, in my experience, that's not the case. Well, I would say in my experience, you're more, maybe that could be kind of true in the sense that when somebody passes, you're open to hearing and connecting with spirits all around you. So yes, you could get more messages from them. But I also know that God doesn't allow us to be harmed by spirit. Spirit can't harm you. You know what I mean? So that's never really a dangerous thing. The ones that actually connect and are able to communicate with you is love. Love connects. Love communicates. Do you know what I mean? But here nor there, my judgments aside of that situation, what I love what your mom just said is that, because this is why I call it spirit jeopardy, because I don't know what the heck they're talking about. I just see signs and symbols, right? And it doesn't make sense to me until you validate it like that. Because she's taking me to her resting place, and then she's like, but I'm throwing my cross around. She's like, but I'm with you. I'm with you. You have that. That's me, and it's with you. And I was like, so what's the connection with the resting place? She's like, it's not there. It's not there. And I'm like, okay, so your name's not on the tombstone? She's like, see, you knew what she was talking about. The bracelet you didn't put in there. She's glad that you have it with you, because when you wear that bracelet, you can feel your mom's soul with you.
So just to clarify, so I put it in her coffin, so it is where she's buried. I just have another one
Okay,
that's the
good.
same.
She
Yeah.
knows that too, then, because that's so funny. She's like, see, I know what I'm talking about. In her resting
Mhm.
place and with you too. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
hmm
And that's how they give me complicated analogies of things I've never seen before that I could not possibly know and get me to say it in a way that you'll understand it. So her message for you right now, honey, is that please know that she's still around you and she's watching over grandma on the other side, or her mom. She's like, this is my mama. Like, she's so grateful to be reunited with her. And your grandma,
hmm
just because she can't communicate with you very much right now, doesn't mean she can't hear you. I'm telling you, I can hear this woman hearing you. I can see her standing outside of her body, waiting to be crossing over. But there is a little bit of fear there. And I don't think it's the fear of death. I think it's the fear of leaving everybody behind when she knows that you guys still need her.
Yeah.
If you let her know the next time you see her that it's okay, we gotcha, and I can't wait till you cross over and you're feeling better and you can come back and communicate with me, because I miss hearing your voice. I miss chatting with you. And maybe on the other side in the light, Mama, I promise you, you're going to feel better and I'll be able to hear you better. It's okay to go. And if you express that to her, I don't think it'll be long and her soul will cross over. And your mom wants
hmm
you to know that the two of them will be hand in hand. There's a father figure there as well, and a bunch of other souls that come forward around her to let you know that she's not going to be alone for a single second. Is grandma a bit of a distance or space, or mom a bit of a distance or space away?
Not really. They live about an hour south of me.
Because they're saying, make the drive, make the drive, make the drive. Go see her, because it feels like that's been on your mind for a bit. You've wanted to go see her. So they're going to go with you.
hmm hmm
Just know how much she loves you. She's pulling her energy back. And then the last message she leaves you with is she's showing me watching a sunrise with you. I think it's a sunrise, could be a sunset. Something about a sunrise or a sunset and how beautiful it was. And she's like, I was right there with you. I was right there with you. And you
hmm
felt her soul. You know what she's talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. When so right before she died, she had been approved for a house on the reserve, and I inherited it when she died. So I would usually watch the sunset or sunrise because I'm a shift worker.
Oh, so she knows that because she's right there with you. Know that as you're watching the
hmm
beautiful colors in the sky, your mama's right there.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. She's pulling her energy back, hun. I hope that that was helpful.
hmm
Keep talking to her, because then she's like, and happy birthday. Who's got the birthday coming up? Right after or right before Christmas? I think it's right after, but
It was mine, December 6th.
so it's right before. Okay. She's like, I'll almost forgot to slip that one in there, Tracy, and happy birthday. Sorry.
hmm
Sometimes they get so
It's okay.
excited about trying to explain a complicated issue that they forget the easiest one. But
hmm
know that she was with you. And I think that's what she was talking about, the sunrise on your birthday. She was there.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, honey.
hmm
Letting her pull her energy back.
hmm
Okay. Awesome. Now, who are we going to next? Who is right beside you? Oh boy. How do I pronounce your name, honey? Aline? Is that your name?
Like adrenaline, it's Ellen.
Ellen. So like Ellen, but with an A.
Kinda, yeah.
I love the French accent. Actually, that helps me explain why I've been hearing "Je t'aime, mon chéri" the whole time I'm sitting here. I'm thinking that's my grandma in the background going, "Love you, baby girl." It's like, no, as soon as I connect to you, I hear the French accent. It's all coming in now. Who do you want me to connect with?
So I just moved in this house and my craft room is insane. And I fell upon the picture of my very beautiful friend that passed away some time ago. And as you were doing other readings, I put up a lamp that my grandmother had. It's kind of like macrame, but a tight macrame. I don't know what it is, but so I don't know. I have a lot of people on the other side, but no one that I'm very, very close or to expect to talk to. So, and this is my first time doing this, so I have no idea.
So we're going to start with your friend and then we'll go to your grandma. Because when you said I have nobody extremely close on the other side, she's like,
pretty much.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Both feet flat on the floor. Okay, hold on a second. Your friend's funny, first of all, and sarcastic. She goes, oh, here we go again. We haven't heard this 15,000 times tonight. Okay, feet on the floor. Close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Yeah. Okay, are you ready? Because they take me through their passing from their perspective, not ours. Keep that in mind, okay? My eyes are closed. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, here we go. As she connects me to her energy, I got an incredible pain in my head. My ear is ringing. She shows me sudden, unexpected, but it's interesting. I don't feel like she passed right at that second. I feel like everything happened so quick. I feel my back hurt. I feel pain throughout my entire body, maybe. But here's the thing, it doesn't feel like it lasts an enormous amount of time. It's like one of these situations, I'm almost wondering if she was sick or in some kind of accident or this state where I can't move for very much, because she's showing me both, like a decrease in health that doesn't last for very long, just goes very quick, and then boom, I'm on the other side. Do you understand this? How did she pass?
She had cancer and she got better. She was away from me. I'm in we're 2 provinces in Canada away from each other. Mm-hmm. So the last time I had seen her, she was going for a follow-up, but her cancer, she had missed an appointment. The doctor had to cancel one. So by the time she went back for her remission, I think, she was full. And she was given about 6 months to live, and she didn't tell me herself. So I found out from someone else pretty much at the end. I just thought she was busy.
She's sorry that she didn't tell you. Like, I'm seeing my symbol for I'm sorry. Part of it is that I just feel the confusion. Like, she's young, she was healthy. It went from healthy to what the frick is this? Did she like to swear a little bit? I feel like I'm trying to monitor my filter very closely here.
Yeah.
She keeps trying to push those through, and I'm like, hey, language. She's like, I thought this was my hour, not yours. Was she married as well, hun? Because she's talking about how much she loved him. It had been some time since you guys had seen each other as well, hadn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's interesting. You said you were in your craft room. I don't know if you said you moved there or something, but she is saying, I love this new house. I love this new house. So you must have moved after she passed. Now, it's interesting because she's showing me poltergeist activity. Do you know what I mean by poltergeist activity? See, people think poltergeist activity is like a spirit or something. Usually it's not. We'll get to that in a minute. But have you experienced things moving around or jumping, falling, things like that?
Well, I throw my phone all the time. I don't know why. It's like it just launches out of my arms. But at one of the hardest times in my life, about over a decade ago, I was like, you know what? For the friendship we'd have, I figured you'd show up already. Like, give me a sign.
Boom!
And oh my God, like I had one of those wallet memo cards that she had signed in the back, and it tipped right over. And I saw her signature in the mirror, and I said, forget it, never mind, I'm scared. So yeah, like it was like I'm not one to get goosebumps, and it like freaked me out. And I'm like, forget it, that was enough. I know you're there.
So she's bringing it back up and going, that was me, by the way. That was
Yeah.
me. As the
It was even her
poltergeist.
signature. Yeah, it was even her signature. It kind of freaked me out. Yeah.
See, it's just a matter of letting you know that she is okay. She's safe and at peace on the other side, and she still has all her hair. She's very protective of this hair. She's like, thank God I didn't go bald. The only thing worse than dying would have been a bald corpse. Not on my watch. That's how I hear that come through.
Yeah.
Quite the personality on this one.
She's beautiful.
She's like, what is this was shit? Okay, language. Is beautiful. She knows you still, did you get the memorial card for her, or you have her picture? Well, you just showed me her picture. You're cheating now. She already showed me that. But I see writing as well. Like if you wrote something for her, that's why I thought it was a memorial card, because she shows me the picture and then I see writing.
She used to write a lot, but for one of my birthdays, she was very, very generous, or she is. And she had bought me a book, a coil type book, and it had like all these famous, like Da Vinci and like all these famous blank cards with envelopes. And in those months, I could put their dates, or like people's birth dates.
Do you see your light flashing behind you? Did you notice that, or is it just my spiritual eyes that are seeing it? It started flashing.
I didn't see it. My eyes were, I don't know how no one's so far as cried doing these things, but
see, these people have done it a million times. That's why they're not
the
crying.
very,
right
very
now.
first. So
Your grandma's like, that's my cue. You get that from me. Just so you know, you get that from me. The tears come from my side. Oh, you hear the French? They hear the French coming out now. Je t'aime, mon chéri. She feels so much better. She's got lots of strength. She's a go-getter on that side. Your grandma's like, she likes to get things done. She's sewing. She's like showing me how good her hands feel. Do you know she had like arthritis or something before she passed? Because she's like showing me her hands. She's like, check out these puppies. You know what I can do with these babies? Oh, I got my babies back. Like she's that excited. And then she gives you cloth.
paralyzed. Yeah,
What?
she was basically paralyzed with rheumatoid arthritis in her 40s. So that's the stuff she did to like keep the pain away. Yeah.
And so when you craft, this is why she's coming through in your craft room right now. This is why you're sitting in the craft room. You might think it's fluke, random, or chance you're there. It's not. You honor her every time you craft and you do those things. Her soul is right there with you, doing those things with you, wanting you to know how grateful she is that you are taking after her and doing the things she likes to do. It's too bad that Laura's not here anymore. I think she's gone already, but this is as much for her as it is for you. It's like, you know what? When you do the things that I used to do, that I like to do, my soul is right there with you, experiencing it with you. Your grandma's giving you like a blanket or a shawl or something like this. Do you guys have a blanket or something from grandma?
I have like, it's kind of like a hanging, another macrame.
Yeah.
But it's like more of a just a big 4 feet by 3 feet one.
Now, is this mom's mom?
Dad's mom.
Interesting. Okay, hold on. So I think, is your mom's mom on the other side as well?
No.
There's a lady breaking through, coming through, going mama, 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 mama. Hold on. Somebody is coming through putting the, no, this could be grandma as well. Was your grandma close with your mom? Do you know? Like with your parents?
Not with my, no, not really. We always saw them, but not as far as close.
Well, I'll tell you, she's saying mom, mom, mom. She's putting the white blanket around a lady's shoulders here. So your mom's still here in the physical world, correct? I feel like she's watching over the mother figure. Now, wouldn't be her mom. Slow this down. I feel like it's your mom. Has your mom had some health or stress issues recently?
My dad had a knee replacement.
Mm-hmm.
That's his mom. And my mom is off work, very unorganized work, and she's trying to apply for insurance to care for my dad because he's very unable. Yeah.
And your parents are still together.
After 50 years, yeah.
This is why your grandma is coming through, dad's mom coming through, talking about mom, putting the blanket around her shoulders, because mom is the one that can help right now. Dad's not in a position to do stuff. So she's helping mom so mom can take care of the both of them. Your dad's going to be okay, just so you know. She's showing me him running. It's just a matter of time. But she gave him a razor. Like, what is this? She says, does your dad need to shave? Has he not shaved in a bit?
Bit of a goatee. I don't know if he's shaved, but yeah.
That's what she said. She's like, what is this? Give him a razor. You hear the French accent coming out. Do you have a tie to, like, I know Quebec. Well, it must be Quebec or Ontario, that area. I don't even know where you are. But
I did live in Montreal for a while. And I like her family is a lot from Quebec, yeah.
And are they still there?
Some are, but like I know a lot of her siblings still. My great grandfather died at 100, so that's her dad, and her mom died in 94, so I was like 16. I don't really remember, but so she still has a lot of sisters and brothers. So a lot of them are still in Quebec, but those aren't the ones I know so much. I know other sisters more, and they're actually in the United States.
The reason why I ask you that question is because she's showing me that she's up there playing euchre. And a lot of people in Alberta and Western Canada don't even know what the frick euchre is. But
I'm from the East Coast. I don't know what a euchre is.
Ask your family. I guarantee you they know. Because she's showing me my grandparents they were very French, and I was a psychic kid, right? And they knew it. So they used to take me to all the euchre tournaments because I could beat anybody there when I was 10 years old because I was freaking psychic. So I knew what they had in their hand. It was like da 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 da, and we'd win every time. And your grandma's showing me that she's like, you tell her we're up here playing lots of cards. I get to go to the euchre tournaments, and I get to do the crib. And she's like showing me all of them. Do you know what I mean? All the different games.
They all played cards.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling. That's why I'm saying, are they from out east? Because the Westerners out here don't really have that, but the Easterners,
all
oh yeah,
cards. Yeah, always.
So she's still living life. She's like, she's like, I haven't been gone forever. I'm just in spirit, experiencing life free, no pain, and still with you. And as you create these crafts, like I feel like you're recreating some of her old work. Macrame, that's that weaved stuff, right? That like plant things. Like she's showing me those plant holders my grandma used to have. I think those were called macrames or something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
My husband still is not over the fact that we moved here, and then there was this massive sale on plants, and I bought a whole bunch because then I wanted to start some sort of plant, sell them and stuff. And I have two very, very, very demanding, one's autistic and the other one's just oppositional boys, and I haven't been in crafts since forever. So between the plants and my crafts, I go between wanting to do like these fairy garden things and may take some real plants, but then like I've been very unwell myself. I've had a very, very severe burnout.
Yeah.
So I'm so much happier to be better. So I just want to do everything at the same time, but I get overwhelmed because then I have to care for my kids when they come home from school. But it's a good thing.
You're doing an amazing job because as you're saying this, your friend is crying as well. Your grandma's showing me the pinky finger, which is my symbol that you have more love and nurturing and parenting ability in your pinky finger than some people do in their whole body. And your grandma is standing behind you saying exactly, this is why I'm so darn proud of you for what you are recreating now. And this is why she's showing me making macrame into a plant thing, because you can do both at the same time, 2 in 1. Aw, they're very proud of you. And here's the thing, as you overcome those feelings of depression and sadness, because what those are a habit, aren't they? They're just a habit of thinking, of allowing yourself to stay in a place that is not good for you. And what you are doing now is forcing yourself to get up and take little baby steps towards happiness every day. But I want you to understand that as you do that, you are breaking that generational chain of anxiety that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation, because she said you get that from her too. And so does mom, and so does dad. That's why she's watching over the whole family right now. But what she wants you to know is that it's worth it. So that as you free yourself from those negative thoughts and you allow yourself to focus on the positive and move forward and do the things that make you happy every day, that you're teaching your kids those same habits, because our children don't grow up and do what we say as much as we wish. They grow up and do what we do. So she's thanking you for that and wanting to reassure you that your kids are never going to go through that kind of anxiety. You're teaching them the traditions and the seeds of how to plant the happiest life. And then
I really, really almost took my life. I couldn't leave my own house. I was strong enough to just kind of know to not take my vehicle. And I was depleted. I could just look at birds for 3 years because I had to fight those demons so much that I just couldn't do anything else other than just try to survive. So it's pretty nice to be doing more now.
I want you to know that it gets better. I want you to, and see, it's not an accident in the order these messages get delivered in either. So if you're still here, even though you've had a reading, or if I haven't read for you yet, every single one of these messages that are coming through are meant for you guys too. And the thing is, what were we talking about before? Happiness is not something that just knocks on your door. It's something that you have to discipline yourself to achieving every single day. So they're just showing me the sunshine coming in so much, honey. Why am I seeing you giving a ring? Are you married? You are married. Did he give you another ring? Like, what is this about getting a ring? It feels like more than a wedding ring, because you've been married for some time, right?
12 years, 10 years. I don't even remember now. I'm nervous. 11. I've been with Matthew 11 years. Married 10.
Grandma's giving you a ring. Set this down. Do you have a family ring?
Not that I know of. I have a ring that my mom gave me that my dad gave me gave her when they were in high school. Like one of those black opal or I don't know which it is.
Yeah, I don't think that's what she's talking about. She's putting a family ring on your hand, and she's like putting it on like your wedding finger. And I'm trying to figure out what the heck she means by that.
To keep it on.
Oh, you don't wear your wedding ring?
I don't often.
Oh,
And things have just been very difficult.
so when you said that, she showed me this struggle or challenge in a relationship, and she showed me the Japan plate. So has there been some struggles or challenges in this?
Yeah.
So what she's talking about here. So the Japan plate. Have you ever heard about the custom in Japan? I love that you're saying mom's gonna read it this time.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
How are you?
My name's Malix.
Your name's
Mal-
Alex?
Alex.
Malix, you're a good-looking boy, Malix.
Who made you? And
Uh,
you got to go now, okay?
I just came down. Oh.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, you can come down to Kenya. Messy.
Yeah, I got it.
Because I was cold. Go, 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 go. Messy.
Did he just lose a tooth, or there's something with his tooth?
My other son's dropping them like they're like an open box of chiclets.
When he walked in, your friend said, "Oh yeah, and I'm playing Tooth Fairy, just so you know."
Well, tell her that she is generous and she needs to stop, because I told my husband to go get some change and he gave him $20 for a tooth for like his second tooth he lost. So I was like, oh my God. Like,
Your friend's over there, and you know what I heard? Please
what?
plug your ears if you have babies in the room, because she has no filter. Fuck yeah! That's what I heard.
That
Excuse my
makes a lot of
language.
sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Aw, okay. I don't even remember what they were gonna say before that. All
But
I know.
the Japan.
Oh, the Japan plate. I was gonna say, all I know is they're shoving a whole bunch of love and healing your way. Okay, so in Japan, they have this custom that when something breaks, they put it back together with liquid gold, so that when it is repaired, it's worth more than it was before it was broken. Now, here's why I'm like, why do you keep putting the family ring on the wedding hand? Because here's the thing. What is the most important for you and the kids is that everybody is happy. The family is the most important thing. So if you put your focus on that, the rest will take care of itself. That is literally, I think what she's trying to say is, don't worry, don't feel bad about not wearing that wedding ring. Don't worry about that being unstable right now. Just focus on being. You hear the dog outside when I'm saying this? That's spirit emphasis. No such thing as fluke, random, or chance. Whenever you hear a ding, a bing, a brrr, they're emphasizing whatever you're just saying. So it's like a reassurance message. I get two messages reassurance. One, the family is staying together. And two, is that she knows that you're working on it. So if that relationship feels hard right now, just give gratitude that it's going to get better and put your focus on the babies, because that's easy. And I say easy to love, not to take care of. Let
Yeah.
me clarify. That
Okay.
love comes in easy. It's not a struggle or a challenge. Whereas our husbands sometimes can be a struggle or a challenge to love them, to like them, even though we love them. But you get what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
There's just a huge reassurance that the worst is over. And as long as you continue to ask them to send you good things, they will continue to line you up with things that are going to make you better and make you hear their voices more and feel their presence more. You might think you don't have a lot of people on that side, but you do. We all do. And they love you very much. And your friend is funny, so watch for the humor. She's like, when funny things happen and scare the piss out of you, that's her, taking full credit for that. And when that love and nurturing overwhelms you at a moment where you need it the most, that's your grandma. Know that. And it's all going to be okay. Keep taking steps forward. This too shall pass, and she's very proud of you guys. If it's tough now, just know that the wheel always turns. So if it's tough now, it's going to get better. And if it's great now, then take heart and be humble, because you're going to go through tough times again. But the wheel is always turning. Now they're pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful, hon.
Well, I kind of obsessively look for resources for my son, because I never wish that back and forth struggle with your own demons to anyone. And mine were so loud. And I fear for my autistic one. He's extremely spiritual. Very, 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 very in tune with me. So I worry about that.
Well, then it's very important that you don't worry and you give gratitude, because what you think and speak and feel, you create. So when you're thinking and feeling or thinking and speaking and feeling about a scenario that brings you fear, you're creating it. So you got to find a way to tell that story a little differently. I'm so grateful that my son has such spiritual gifts. I can't wait to experience his spiritual gifts through him the rest of his life. How awesome it is for us to see that we have these gifts. And I'm even more grateful that I'm going to learn how to use mine so I can teach him how to use his, so he doesn't ever have to go through what I went through. This is amazing. And thank you, Grandma, for helping us both with this. Thank you. You see how you can change that perspective? And now, as you are thinking about it from that way, what's going to happen is your son is going to develop into those gifts, and he's going to be able to use them and control them and use them to benefit his world, not have them take over in a way that is going to hurt him. But we have free will here in this world. We get to decide how we perceive the situation around us, and the way that we perceive it determines how it manifests. You understand? He's going to be just fine. You and him having these spiritual gifts right now is an opportunity for you guys to grow and learn together so that you're not doing this apart. You're a great mom. If I can't say that enough. She's like overemphasizing it again and again and again. And then she said, wash your soul, dear. Wash your soul. And that means you go into the mirror every single day and you spend 2 minutes loving yourself up and telling yourself how amazing you are and how proud you are of yourself and how capable of you are and how beautiful you are and how amazing you are. You have to do this for yourself, because if you don't do that for yourself, if you don't learn to love yourself, how are those boys going to learn to love themselves? How are they going to learn to feel all those positive things if you don't model that for them and teach them? You hear the dog? Woo! Emphasis. She loves you. They're pulling their energy back, hun.
Thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome. She just said, I'll be back. Don't you worry. All right. Okay, I got to go to you because your grandma's over here going, it's getting late. Come on, tick, 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 tick. Do you know where we are? Let's go. She's had enough of me. Where are you, Kay?
I'm in New Brunswick.
See, I should know this. I don't.
No, tell her I don't want to talk to her tonight. So she needs to let Alex talk this time.
Who's Alex? Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Who is this to you?
My ex-boyfriend.
So here he goes. We're going to be talking a little bit in code because he said we've got privacy here. So you just understand right away, rejection is protection. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, pulling it all the way up through your body and blowing it directly towards me.
Sure.
It's not an accident that dog's going nuts right at this moment, because he's coming through like a bulldog in protection. Right away, he took me through to the tickles in the face, which is my sign that there was some disfiguration in the face, or not just in the face, in the body. Before he passed, he didn't look like he normally did when he passed. I feel sudden, unexpected. I don't know if this is overdose or car crash, because I just feel like I look nothing like my physical self. Do you know what he's talking about? And my head is spinning. Huh?
He shot himself. He killed himself.
Because I'm like, wow, my head is spinning. And it's not an accident that he said my face, not the rest of my body, but my face was disfigured. That's where he shot himself, right? He's coming forward very protective, like a German shepherd that is like drooling and like he doesn't look pretty. And I do have some insight that you were hurt in a situation recently, emotionally. So I think that's what he's responding to. It can get tricky if I know too much about what's going on in your situation. But what I do get is that he's like, I ain't gone, I'm right here. And I'm scary looking. I can haunt him and I'll make him see my face. It's scary looking on this side. And I'm turning myself into a dog. And he's like, somebody hurt you real bad. Redirection is protection. Remember what I said earlier about writing it out and burning it? He said that was for you too. I hope you were listening. That was for you too. You understand that? He said, Tracy, tell her the men are like buses, quote. Please tell her men are like buses. Have you ever heard me say that quote before?
No, I don't think so.
It's going to come out in this really horrible French accent because my grandma used to say this to me. She was this little old lady born in 1913, smartest lady I ever met in my life. And she used to say this to me all the time. Tracy, men are like a buses. There is another one coming around the corner every 5 minutes. You be careful which bus you get on, because if you get on the wrong bus, he's going to take you to Chinatown. And it'll take you 10 years to make your way back to this bus stop and be ready to get on another bus. And the reason why she would tell me Chinatown is because I got lost in Chinatown, downtown Calgary, when I was just a young girl, and it scared the piss out of me. It took me hours to get home. And so she used that scenario. And that's what it's like sometimes when you get on the wrong bus. When you get into a relationship with somebody that you know doesn't have the qualities or is not going the destination that you want to go in, but you're like, well, hey, I'd rather ride that bus than stand here at the bus stop all day long. Don't do that. Because you know what happens? Is that when you get on the wrong bus because you think it's better than no bus, that bus is taking you around here in circles while the right bus is going back and forth from the bus stop and you're not there. Roof, roof, you hear me? There's somebody that wants to come in your world, Kay, but you've got to stop saying yes to the wrong bus.
I did my tarot cards yesterday and the same thing came through, and I was on the phone with my friend and I was like, nah, this is bullshit. I threw the cards and I was like, fuck you guys. I'm not getting in another relationship. And then I had an astrological reading the other day and it was the same thing and it gave an exact date. And I was like, no, there's no fucking way.
Hey, careful. They're going to mute me when I post this on later. Language gets me muted, so just be careful. That's why I'm trying to careful with my language so much too. I know it's late there. You're not used to watching your language as you're talking, but careful.
I just don't watch my language.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're getting that same message because the question becomes, how much does it have to hurt until you learn a lesson? You know what I mean? Like how many times, here's the thing, now she's showing it to me in this way. Have you ever seen a toddler? Of course you have kids. You've seen a toddler trying to learn how to ride a tricycle, right? The first time you put them on the tricycle, what do? They go in circles because they don't know how to keep the handlebars straight. So they're going in circles and they're getting so upset, losing their minds, bawling their faces off because they can't get it to go straight. They're going in circles. And so what are we telling them? Just put your handlebars straight and go forward. But they don't understand that it's them that is causing the pain. And they get mad at you like, it's not happening. They think you're doing it or somebody else is doing it. You see what I'm saying? You're driving yourself in circles because here's what you got to do, honey. You got to know what kind of guy you want, not by what he looks like, but what qualities does he have? Is he kind? What kind of guy do you want in your world? Is he kind? Is he generous? Is he funny? Is he stable? What is he? All of those kinds of things. And you've got to know who he feels like so that when you meet him, if he doesn't have all of those qualities, he's not the right bus. Close enough is still not going the right direction. It's like saying, well, I want to go to Edmonton, but I'm just going to take a bus to Red Deer. I don't know if you're probably not from Alberta. So let me do a better analogy. It's like saying, I want to go to the East Coast, so I'm going to get on a bus going to Manitoba. That's good enough. Am I ever going to get to the East Coast if I get on a bus going to Manitoba?
No.
Now, every time I get on a bus going to Manitoba and it doesn't take me to the East Coast, how much do you think my heart is going to break? I'm going to be upset. I'm going to feel rejected. I'm going to feel pissed off. I'm going to be like, God, I keep asking you to take me to the East Coast, but every time you drop me off in Manitoba. And you know what God's saying to you? Hey, dummy, I wrote Manitoba on the side, but you weren't listening. Do you see the message here? Not that they're calling you a dummy. Pardon?
No, I've been saying the same things to my friends over the last few days about this previous thing that hurt me. And I'm like, the red flags were right there. And I was just looking around.
You were ignoring them because you just wanted something right now. Here's the thing. If you're thirsty, then you'll take whatever you have to drink. But you're not thirsty, so stop telling yourself you're thirsty. You're not thirsty, you're not desperate. You are worth waiting for. And you have to know your good qualities and how amazing you are, and so that you're willing to wait for the person that's right for you. Because if you keep saying no or right, if you keep saying yes to the wrong bus and getting on the wrong bus, you're just going to keep getting hurt, and you're just going to have to keep taking this long walk back to the bus stop. You get on another wrong bus, and then you go back there again, and eventually you're like that poor other little girl that was on here before saying, I'll never date again. Screw y'all, man, never happening again. You don't want to do that, just because you just got to be more selective and wait. The next time you see those red flags, I want you to get excited. Here's why. Because you know what triggers the right bus? You can stand at that bus stop all day long and wait for the right bus, the right relationship. But you know what triggers the right relationship? Saying no to the wrong bus. The wrong bus is going to come and try to tempt you to get on it. And you have to have the wisdom to say, no, you're not going where I want you to go. Thank you. I'll catch the next one. When you say no to the wrong bus, it triggers the right bus. Do you understand that?
Yeah, well, this is the first time I've ever really put boundaries up with someone and said enough is enough, and I'm not doing this anymore. So,
Then he did his
because
job.
as
This
you
is-
know, I spent 7 years with the last one and then ended up getting kicked out. So,
But listen, this is why God will bring these types of situations into our world, because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. You have to be able to take this situation, and this is the inspiration in this situation is what you needed in order to change your behavior so you could have what you've been asking for. You've been asking for God for something, but your behavior is counterproductive to what you're asking for. So you have to learn to change your behavior so you can receive what you're asking for. You understand? So this situation, you're welcome, your buddy said. He's got that shotgun over there, not just he's not using a pit bull, he's using a German Shepherd. Do you understand what the connection with the German Shepherd is?
no, because I have a pit bull.
I know.
Well, a bulldog pit bull mix.
He literally said, I'm not using a pit bull, I'm using a German Shepherd. So I don't know what that means. You're going to see some scary dogs coming around your.
A new friend recently has a German Shepherd.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, because he's using that sign to wanting you to see that you're surrounded by these big scary dogs. You have protection. He said, you're a lot prettier and a lot more amazing than you give yourself credit for. And if you could see yourself through those eyes, then you would never settle for less than again.
Mm-hmm.
So say no to the next bus, because the next guy that you get your hearts all set up for, honey, is not going to be the right guy. He's going to be close, but no cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one after that has better chance of being the right guy, but you got to say no to the wrong guy first.
Mm-hmm. You can get away from the baby.
Funny. It's funny. That little baby came close. It's not a baby though. He's a toddler, right?
Yeah.
Because your boyfriend changed the sheets. Is he potty training or something at night? Did he wet the bed?
He didn't. His sister did the other day.
I can't know that. It's just another little validation of things that he's watching and seeing over top of you, knowing that, I don't like the way you said that. Say that differently, dude. He's watching and seeing everything going on in your world. He can see things from a view up here. He's not missing anything. He's still with you, and you have a lot more help on that side than I think you realize. He's glad you called on him here, because he's like, I got you back, honey. I got you back. You tell me who you need, I'll send them.
Tell him I wanted to know about tomorrow. Not all that stuff.
What do you want to know about tomorrow? Is it a date?
I have a court appearance tomorrow for the stuff with the kids.
Well, you should have led with that one. He goes, get your cards. Honestly, I feel like it's going to be held over or something. Like, is there a chance that it could be, or has it been delayed a few times already? Because I heard delayed.
Yeah, it's been put off a few times, and
Okay.
we have a feeling that it's going to be put off again tomorrow.
I have a feel like that's what I heard, delayed, like something about that. And then he said, well, get your cards. So I think it's like, don't sweat it. Is there a drive that you have to take for that too?
No.
Why did he say he'll get you a drive?
Because I don't drive.
Oh.
And it's funny, my ex-husband's neighbor is the one that's been driving me to the court appearances. And we were actually just making jokes about the fact that he's probably going to show up tomorrow. And I was like, I can't wait to see his face when he sees you in the courtroom because he doesn't know we're friends.
Interesting. So whatever is going to happen tomorrow is what you want to happen, because the bottom of the deck is the card. The 9 of Cups means wishes coming true, things being fulfilled. It's getting your ducks in a row. Like you're ready, you're confident. This is you. You got the Wisdom. The Hermit is a card of being isolated and wise and having all of the knowledge and the wisdom that I need to do what I need to do. But I'm also isolated away from the drama and the bullshit. Excuse my language. Stop with the cursing today, guys. You get what I'm saying, right? So what this tells me is that tomorrow, it feels like, is going to get put off again, which is what I think you want to happen. Am I right?
So right now I'm asking for an emergency order to have his visitation taken away, for safety reasons, but we will still have to go to an actual hearing. And I've been really hoping that this will make them, because I've been waiting for an actual hearing for 2 years. So I'm hoping that this will make them speed it up.
Thank you. That's why I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? How is that helping her? So the wish that's being fulfilled and the knowledge and the wisdom that this is bringing in is around the fact that, see, when you're trying to take the visitation away right now, this is a card of isolation, one of having wisdom and things around the situation, but isolating somebody. So that, if that's what you want to do, is have the wisdom and the strength and the knowledge to know what to do to isolate that man from being in the situation right now, then that's your wish coming true. This just tells me that whatever it is, the scenario that you want to happen the most, that's what's going to happen. But there is absolutely a separated situation. So I'll put it this way. I don't think that the hearing that you wanted, that you've been saying that you wanted for 2 years, is going to happen tomorrow, but it would not surprise me if that order is granted or something is temporarily put into place for now, because there is that separation card. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I wish I could tell you. I know sometimes I hate having this job. I don't get to choose the answer. I just have to tell you what they say. And I wish I could tell you what you want to hear, that it's, yes, you win, everything goes well, it's all wrapped up. But unfortunately, this feels like it's still going to be going on for a little bit, but you're going to get what you need tomorrow. Temporarily. Make sense?
Mhm.
And then he gave you earrings. Pulled his energy back. Did he give you earrings before he passed?
I gave him a ring and a bracelet, and then when he passed away, his mother mailed the bracelet to me and I lost it. I got my ears pierced, I think either right before he passed or right after. But then they grew up, so
So you need your ears pierced again?
yeah.
Have you been thinking about doing that recently?
Yeah, I've been thinking about going and getting my ears and my nose pierced again, and something tells me the reason he's not saying the nose was because he never liked my nose pierced.
No, he just like, when you said nose, he goes, mm-mm, just the ears. Tell her I'll get her a good deal if she goes to get those ears done. I'll get her a good deal. But he knows what you're thinking, and he is there helping and listening as well. And he wants to reiterate that you're a lot nicer of a person inside than I think you give yourself credit for. You're worth waiting for. Oh, hold on. That's my doorbell. I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on.
Sure, you need to calm down. What?
Sorry about that. I thought it was my son coming home from work, walked out maybe. His Amazon deciding to be like, ding, 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 ding. What did I just say before that? Because he goes, it's not an accident, you know. I lined that up. Ding, 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 ding. What did he say right before that happened?
Earrings.
Go get him pierced. Do something beautiful for yourself. Know how pretty and amazing you are and worth waiting for. And don't give it away to the first old boy that comes and blows sweet nothings in your ear. Figure out who you want and what qualities he has, and visualize yourself with him every single day so that when you meet him, you'll recognize him by how he feels. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to let him pull his energy back though. I hope that is helpful, hon. And good luck at court tomorrow, sweetie. Please follow up and let me know how that turns out, because I'm really wanting to see how that energy makes sense here.
I'll send you a text tomorrow night.
Yes. Okay, who else do we have down here? We've got Nicole and Kim. Thank you guys for being so patient. Who am I going to start with first? Nicole, I think I'm going to go to you first. Let me know if you can hear me. Just got to take your mute off.
Oh,
There we go. Hello.
hi.
How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm good. It's funny. You're not putting your camera on. It's that much I know, because whoever this is right here, this voice, he goes, don't expect for her to put that camera on. It's not happening. Like, okay. Who do you want to connect with, Nicole?
Of course, my brother.
So that's who I'm hearing here.
Probably.
All I know is I heard a man's voice and he's like, don't expect her to put that camera on. It ain't happening. I was like, oh, okay. No worries. You ready to do this, hon?
Yeah, as much as I can be.
Oh, honey. I was just going to ask, have I read for you before? Because he's making me feel like you know how this works and to just hurry up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go, hun. Feet on the ground. Eyes closed. Deep breaths, starting at your toes, pulling them all the way up, and then blow it directly towards me. Okay. Puzzle dump, you ready?
Yeah.
So right away, it's interesting, a lot of confusion in a lot of these souls today. He puts a blanket of responsibility over his shoulders, which does not mean intention. It just means I take some responsibility for how I passed or where I was or however this went down. I'm not exactly sure why he's saying that yet. We'll get to that. I feel some spinning in my thoughts, which is like depression, confusion, inability to communicate before I pass, or he was spinning when he passed. I feel a little bit of stomach pain. And then he's like sudden, unexpected, or traumatic, sudden, unexpected, like very quick. Do you understand what he's showing me?
Yeah.
How did your brother pass, hun?
Overdose.
Yeah. So when you say that, he's emphasizing again that it was quicker than what he expected, because I feel this pain in my stomach. It's almost like I don't know if he was like throwing up or something. I feel really nauseous, and that's exactly what I'm feeling, like that pain in my stomach, that nausea, and then I'm on the other side. But he's taken me back sometime, so he's been on that side for a little while, hey?
Since his birthday.
Which is, no, okay.
July 27th.
So it hasn't even been a year yet?
No.
Wow, he's communicating like a pro, let me tell you. Have I read for you before from him, hun?
Apparently he came back as a child before the substance use.
Aww. Because see, this is what's confusing to me. I'm like, because he keeps saying, I already read for you. I talked to you before, Tracy. I talked to you before. And so when you said he's only been there since July, I'm like, how is that possible that I've talked to you before? He's like, I have. So he got you here one way or another. And the reason why they will show me their soul as young, as a child, means that he must have been in an addiction or in a state of energy for some time that was painful for him. Do you know what I mean? Because when they take you back to a child, that's how they want you to remember them, that they're in that state of innocence. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I've done a couple of readings recently with moms who have had that same message. And I'm wondering if this was the one that I did live or if it's just a similar message, because he's making me feel like he's been trying to get you the message he's okay for a while. And I'm seeing synchronicity and alignment, lining you up with other people who can get the same message. Does that make sense?
A little. There was I think a Facebook reading that you had done that I actually sat through the whole thing watching. And in with that message with a few people, I to myself was thinking that my brother was there. He was the one that like that message is for me too.
Yes. So he's valid.
And so that's what I was just thinking.
He's
And it was that just one specific one that I watched the whole thing through.
So he's like bragging that he got you here one way or another. It's like literally singing the song. He's thanking everybody for honoring him after he passed. I feel like the cheers, like they either had a beer for him, smoked a joint, something like that. He's like, they did. I know they did. Thank them for the knee. Do you know
Celebration of life.
who? I feel like they smoked something in his honor. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, my parents smoke pot.
That's what I'm saying. I'm smelling somebody token one for him and going, this one's for you, bud. Please let mom know he's safe and at peace on the other side, and he's so sorry. Again, I keep feeling like he threw up. Who found him, hun?
I did.
I'm so sorry for this because he's making me feel like this was not pretty.
No.
You understand what he's showing me? Like, did he throw up?
No. But he had like liquid come out of his nose and his mouth. And when my mom was giving him CPR, it was hard kind of at the same time for her too, because it was like all liquid coming out of his nose and mouth.
Yeah. That's why he's making me feel like he just is throwing up. You know what I mean? He keeps taking me through that scenario because he's like, please don't see me like that anymore. I don't want you guys to see me that way. I want you to know that I'm okay and that I'm still here with you. Now he's making the dogs go nuts, and he just said, and I got them with me. I've got the dogs with me.
Buffy and Sasha?
I don't know their names. He does. All I know is that as we're connecting to his energy, those dogs are going nuts. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing that because I want you to know that I've got the dogs here too. I'm seeing gravel, like a gravel road. I don't know what this means. And I've heard it around the dog. Was one of the dogs on like a gravel road or out on a farm or something like this?
No.
Does somebody have a dog? Is somebody on a farm now? I'm going to a gravel road and I'm seeing a dog running on the farm or running on the road. Feels like it's one of the dogs on the other side. Did one of those dogs get hit by a car? I don't think so.
No, we both we put them down ourselves.
No, it makes sense. That's why I'm like, I don't think so. But he's showing me a dog in an open field, not an open field, like on land. And there's something about gravel. And do you have a dog right now?
Yes.
I'm wondering if, see, this is what I'm telling you. I'm just about to say, I'm wondering if he's trying to show me that he's seeing what's going on in your world right now. Were you just walking with this dog somewhere on gravel or like out in nature somewhere?
No.
You say
he got me a dog. Well, he got Jackson a dog before his passing too. And then that dog got stolen from our house when we were celebrating his life of death. And then we just got a new dog not too long ago in replacement of her, and she came from a farm.
Thank you. See, they're talking to you, not me. My job is just to be the interpreter and tell you what they're saying, but it's spirit jeopardy because I don't know what the question is, and they don't change it just because I don't understand it. He'll just keep showing me she's on a farm, she's out in some land, there's a dog, he's walking with her. And so now when you explain that whole story, what have you heard me saying before? That spirit aligns things into your world. You ask, they will line it up, right? I
Yeah.
think that's what your brother's trying to say. He knows the importance of you having that dog, because if your dog got stolen while you were at his celebration of life, that would mean that on the other side, he's made it a point of making sure that he brought another dog to you, and he brought that dog from the farm. Like, that's why I'm seeing that dog on the land, because he's showing me that he was walking with the dog and then brought him to you. It's like an answered prayer. He's not happy with the way I've explained this. It's because here's the thing. When he passed, they're very aware of what's going on right now. So when he sees that injustice with the dog situation, he knows he can't line that dog back into your world, but he can bring you another one. So he handpicked this dog. I don't know why, but this dog feels like it's like a soulmate of sorts. It's still pretty young, hey?
Yeah, I think she's like like either 9 months or younger,
Yeah, she's still pretty young.
and she's like tethered to me, like she will not leave my side.
Because your brother handpicked her and brought her to you, because that's a soulmate. Not a soulmate, a spirit guide. So oftentimes our pets are our spirit guides. They love us unconditionally. They're with us through everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. They're always there. So your brother, when he got to the other side and saw what happened with the dog at the funeral, he helped use his energy to align you with this new dog. And the only request he has is to get out there and walk him some more. Needs to get outside, he's saying. Okay. He wants you to know he can taste everything you're eating. And I feel gratitude for this because, and he's showing me like popcorn and stuff. Were you guys just watching movies as well? Popcorn.
No.
He's giving you popcorn.
Jackson, can you please stop?
Do you understand what popcorn would mean? Because what he just said is, I can eat it. I'm eating everything that you eat. I can taste everything you eat. And then he's giving you popcorn. So I don't know. Maybe that either means that you guys are just eating popcorn now, or that's one of the foods he likes and you haven't been eating it, so he wants you to eat it. I'm not exactly sure. I know he's giving you popcorn. And when you say Jackson, that's your son, correct?
Yes, one of them, yeah.
He's like, hey, buddy, give him the popcorn.
Oh, okay, yeah. Jackson loves popcorn.
Okay. So sometimes because I can't even see you, right? So I have no idea who's in the room with you or anything like that. But you got to understand, your brother can see everything that's going on in your room right now. I can't. So if your son's standing right there and one of his favorite foods is popcorn, your brother's going to be like, here, give the kid some popcorn. He'll leave the room. Like what we do with my kids. You feed them snacks. It'll keep them occupied for a little while. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's showing me a ring or something, a piece of maybe it's a watch. I'm not sure. It's a piece of jewelry.
Okay. Of his?
Do you have his watch? I think it's a
watch. I have a couple of his rings that the hospital gave back, and a bracelet that I always wore of his.
So he's like, you were right the first time, but he's showing me the ring and he's taking me to the wrist as well. So I thought he meant the watch. Here's the thing. He means both. So he knows you have those and he's glad. I don't think you wear them very often. Are you planning on giving one of those to your boys?
The ring, yes. One of the rings.
Yeah. So he knows that your plan is for that, and he wants, I feel like one of them you wear from time to time because he's bragging, that's my ring, that's my ring. But the other one, he's like encouraging you to wear them more. Because when you wear the jewelry that he used to wear, even if you put it on a string around your neck, then you'll feel their soul presence with you everywhere you go. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped wearing the bracelet a bit ago now.
He's like, that's okay. Gave you a break because he doesn't want you to feel pain every time you look at it. But he wants you to know that he's still with you and he's never going to be gone. He's thanking you for coming tonight because he's like, he pushed you and pushed you and pushed you. You're finally here. Again, it feels like he got you here. He's not giving up on you. He just wants you to feel his presence around you. And then he said, look up, that's me in the sky. You saw a message with the birds or something in the sky, in the clouds, or however that is. He's like, look up, that was me.
Well, in the reading that you had done, you told me about how your house was surrounded in a bunch of birds
Mm-hmm.
that one morning, and that you posted on Facebook, and you asked if I seen them. And I said, no, not really. But then I clued into maybe my tattoo that he did on my back, which was a bunch of birds flying for freedom from a dandelion. And he did that tattoo on me.
So, honey, whenever he wants you to feel his presence and know that he's with you and that he's free, you're going to see a bird. You know how he's been using the dogs to emphasize his presence? They will use signs and symbols that will make you think of them so you know they're there. He's using those birds. So when you see a bird, it's not accident, fluke, chance. It is synchronicity and alignment. It's your brother's way of saying, hey, baby girl, I know you're here and I love you. And I know you're talking to me and I'm still with you. So keep talking to me and keep asking me to help you with things and I will keep sending them your way. And you're going to feel my presence, not my absence.
Has he said anything about a tattoo yet? Because I got a tattoo done for him.
He shows me 3.
Well, yeah, I have 3 tattoos all together, yeah.
Okay. So when you ask a question like that, he has to give me a detail of something I can't know that'll prove that he knows about that. So when you say, does he know about the tattoo? He's like, yeah, it's your 3rd one. He knows.
Yeah. Yeah, I got his heartbeat.
Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm like doing this and I'm like, what does this mean? What does this mean? Why are you got me doing this? And then you're like, I got his heartbeat. And I'm like, okay. I love that. That's the tattoo I want because a heartbeat, life is up and then it's down. And it's meant to be that way because if it's flat, you're dead. So remember that it's up and it's down. You're going to go through good times and bad times, but it's
Yeah.
all going to be okay.
Yeah, I got his exact one from the hospital done on my leg.
Keep talking to him, hun. As your grief starts to clear out a little bit, you're going to be able to recognize those signs and symbols a little bit easier. And it will come easier, that communication. There'll be less and less pain the more you are able to accept his presence in the non-physical. But I'll tell you this, your brother's not going to stop trying to connect with you and communicate with you. He also must have been a smoker, hey?
Yeah.
Because as he's pulling his energy back, I can smell cigarette smoke around him too. So it wouldn't surprise me if you get little whiffs of cigarette smoke every now and then. Do you smoke as well?
Yeah.
Because he said she can't tell the difference between her smoke and my smoke. So one of these days she's going to quit and she'll be able to smell me whenever I'm there. Aw. So yeah, go ahead.
Go on. No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say he's starting to pull his energy back, but he showed me a picture and said, thank you for that. So there's something about putting a picture in a frame or getting a new frame for the picture. Beep. Did somebody
Well,
give?
I know my friend, she got an ornament for the Christmas tree that you could put a photo in and was planning on putting a photo of his in it.
That would make sense because he said she gave it to you. There's a giving.
Or it could have been I edited a photo with 2 photos of him on each one of my shoulders in this picture of me.
You put a picture of you with him on your shoulders?
Like it faded in the background
I see.
as like a ghost. And he's in the background behind me on kind of like on one side of my shoulders.
Yeah.
And I also gave it to one of his friends.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. He's showing me giving it to. As soon as you said giving it, he goes, yes, I know you gave it. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for giving that picture. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for talking about me, even when it's hard. I'm never going to be gone. I'm always going to be here with you. Always. And then he pulls his energy back. But I feel like there's a question before he can pull his energy back. Did you still have a question?
I think it was just if it would it wasn't relating to anything really. I just maybe like because I was thinking the person who could possibly have his heart would have the same beat that I have on my leg. The same, like, the beating of what the hospital gave me. And I put that as a tattoo. If the person who has his heart now would have the same kind of beat.
The person who, oh, I see, because you gave his heart away. That's why it's so, okay, I understand. Hold on, bud. Slow that down. He gets very emotional about this. It's interesting. I don't expect that level of grief, not grief, but I can feel the emotion, which kind of distorts the energy. I can feel how emotional he gets about this. Now, when this was a lady that got his heart, and
I don't know.
fairly young, it feels like whoever that heart went to, definitely a younger soul, not an older soul. And I feel like he's just so proud of the fact that somebody else's life is going on. And it feels like a lady. You hear the emphasis? Feels like a mother, to be honest. You don't know who had his heart?
No, he saved 6 people that day with his organs. And I don't know who has them.
So what's funny about that is that he was talking about the food earlier, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm making her crave my food all the time. There's I've read about this. This is the first time I've heard it from the dead, but I've read about this, where if you get somebody else's organ, you'll start craving some of the foods they had or doing the activities that they did. And he's talking about, he's all food, your brother. He's like you.
Yeah.
He loves eating. He's like, don't worry, I'm making her eat some of my favorite foods. Did he like spice?
Yeah.
Because he's making me feel like whoever that was never ate spicy food before, and they're freaking her family out now. She's eating all kinds of spicy food. He's like, she gets that from me. Oh yeah, that's my DNA. Yeah, she can feel me there. But she's just very grateful. Know that was an amazing thing you guys did, because he's talking about you gave somebody their mama back. You guys gave away his eyes as well?
No. But his pupils popped when they told us that he had no brain activity anymore. He went brain dead.
And his pupils popped?
Yeah.
So he's funny. He goes, I don't want you to be sad anymore. He goes, that was just me telling you that's where I draw the line. They can have everything else. They ain't getting these. I'll make them break before they can have my eyeballs. He's trying to say it in a way that's going to make you laugh. He wants you to change that memory into something that is not going to bring you so much pain, and know that he's still with you and loving you, and that you guys did a very good thing. He's pulling his energy back, hon. He's like very much loving all over you and thanking you for having him back in your world, because it feels like there was a bit of distance or space there before he passed. Do you understand that? Was he a distance or space away from you, or was this a bit of an emotional distance, or because he put
Maybe emotional.
I'm telling you, because he put your hands together and he said, we're back together. Like, I can feel how much this boy loves you and how much you love him. But it feels like maybe that was not, you weren't as close at the end of his life as you were for some years before that. So he wants to remind you that he is safe and at peace on the other side, and he's all good now, and that he is with you, and you guys are as close as you ever were. And then he gave you a teddy bear and pulls his energy back. Do you have a little bear after he passed?
Um,
I don't know what's with the teddy
no.
bear. I'm going to you and to the next person at the same time. This lady's person over here is like, you know what? I've waited this whole time. They're like, let's go. But there's a similar energy there. But he's giving you this little teddy bear. What is the teddy bear for, bud? I got it. So he can hear your thoughts and you just want to give him a hug. That's what you want. He's like, get the teddy bear, know it's from me, and then hug him every time you want to feel my presence and know that I'm right there hugging you.
Oh, there's a teddy bear like on the ground in front of me.
I'm telling you, pick it up. Your brother's right there in the room with you. He can see that. He's like, just hug this bear, and I'm hugging you, and I can feel your love hugging me. Anytime you need that hug, you just hug that bear. Not an accident. There's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. All right, sweetie, I'm going to let him pull his energy back. I hope that that was helpful.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Kim, last but not least. Kim, is it Kimberly? Kim? I want to say Kimberly because I have a sister named Kimberly and it's just flowing out, but you just got to take your mute off, hun.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm
I guess.
good. Good, good, good.
I don't think I could do this right now
You don't think you can do this right now?
because I won't be able to speak.
Okay. Did I upset you in some way or it's just you're
No.
emotional? Okay. You understood that last message, didn't you? Okay. Well, I'm not going to push it. I just want you to know how much love that I feel coming in around you, hun. And I want you to know that because I didn't get to you today, that if you want to come back to another group, you just let me know who you are and I'll send you the link for free. You don't have to buy another ticket. Okay?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
All right, sweetheart. All right, you guys. Thank you all for coming. Christina, what do you guys say? I know you want to say something.
How do you know?
Well, I knew before we were even done. And then as soon as I said Christina, you're like on the camera. I can feel it.
Yeah,
And then boom, emphasis.
I just wanted to thank everybody that helped donate so Timmy can make his brother's Christmas. That's all.
You know what?
Without crying, you know?
Yeah. It's okay, sweetheart. You know what? Can I just tell you what Timmy just said? He's like, he's trying to make you laugh. He's like, don't you cry, mama. He's like, put that darn cigarette out. I'm going to get you to quit smoking if it is the last thing I do. Have you been thinking about quitting smoking recently?
Yeah.
He's in your mind telling you, you got this. Here's the thing. I think you've realized that you can do more things now than you ever could. I think you're realizing that things are possible that you never knew were possible before. And he wants you to remember that goes with smoking too. And he doesn't want you to beat up for the fact that you feel like you're having a hard time quitting yet. He doesn't want you to beat yourself up for that. He wants you to understand that there will come the right day at the right time at the right place, and you are going to be able to leave that behind. And that as you overcome this, as you heal from all of this tragedy that's been in your world, and as you leave that addiction behind, it's just one more thing that is going to build your confidence up again and your ability to believe in yourself again. The fact that you're still smoking right now is actually a good thing, because in order to quit, you have to love yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to discipline, and you have to prove to yourself that you can do this. And as you overcome that, which is the hardest challenge to quit, and I know because I was a 2-pack a day smoker for 25 years. And I thought I'd never quit. I thought that chain would hold me down for the rest of my life. But you know what? Somebody came and gave me that little book. Did you get that book? Do you know the book? No? It's called The
Yeah.
Easy Way to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr. And it's only a short little 100-page book. The Easy Way to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr. And now that book, the first thing that book says, when somebody gave me that book and said, try this will help you quit, I laughed. I said, you know that I almost killed myself years ago when I tried to stop smoking because I felt so deprived and so lack and so like I'd never be okay again that I just wanted to die. And you think a little book is going to fix that for me? Yeah, right. And so I start reading this book, and the first paragraph in this book says, this book is never going to tell you to quit smoking. This book isn't going to tell you that at all. In fact, light a cigarette, smoke your way through this whole thing. This book is just going to tell you how to change the way you think about smoking so that you never want that cigarette again. And by the time you're done this book, you won't want that cigarette. I'm an Aries. I was like, oh yeah? Challenge accepted, mofo. Bring it. I can read a book like nobody's business, but I doubt that it's gonna make me quit. Sure enough, it took me 3 weeks to read that short little 100-page book because you got to digest the information, take it one piece at a time. But when I finished that last page on a Friday night, the next day I got up and I gave my cigarettes to my dad and I was like, here, you take them. I don't even want them anymore. And there was no deprivation. There was no lack. It doesn't mean it was the easiest thing to do in the world, but I did it. And you're going to do it too. Because Timmy is saying that this is your year where you are going to overcome and you are going to thrive. And that he's walking with you every step of the way. That's what this was about. You understanding that the best is yet to come. And that this too shall pass. And everything you've been through is just forging you into who you're meant to be. Believe in yourself. And here's something else I want you to know, which is really cool. You're a lot more psychic than you realize. And when you're psychic, sometimes we feel that as anxiety because we don't understand what that emotion means. It feels like this. But let me tell you, you are very psychic. On Sunday, you sent out a bunch of prayers and Angel Grandma heard them, got up out of bed and went to the store and did that on Sunday instead of Tuesday. Yesterday, you heard what happened with my bank card and the card reader thing and that those criminals took all the money out of my account, right? And you woke up this morning, nobody knew about that. And you sent me a message with that big, beautiful heart of yours saying, Tracy, I want you to take all those donations that everyone sent to you and use them for your babies because my baby got the game that he wanted and I'm okay. I just want your babies to have what they need for Christmas. And you didn't even know that all my money got scammed, did you? You're psychic.
No, until I watched that replay and I was like, oh my God.
That's why. But see, that's why you had those feelings, was so that you could see that some of your thoughts are psychic ability or psychic thoughts. Some of your anxiety is psychic ability. And as you heal and you learn to unpack that and you learn to prioritize your healing, those are going to come in stronger than you've ever had them. You're going to be able to use them and you are going to get through this one baby step at a time. And on the other side of this is a brand new, healthier version of you that you're going to be so damn proud of. And he is so proud of you. Just know how much that boy loves you and he's so excited for Christmas. I'm telling you right now. He's like, did you guys move the Christmas tree? What does he mean by that?
No, but we put the tree up yesterday.
He's like, because I'm seeing it move. He's like, they did it. They moved the tree. They moved the tree. You moved it up. He was there for
I think he got Papa a deal on the tree too, because Dad paid $10 for it.
That's how they work. That's how they work. He's there. And he said, I'll make him a believer. One incident, one one situation at a time. He's working on your family as much as he is for you, because he's saying they were all naysayers. They didn't think he could do it. I'm just a 19-month-old and I'm dead. Yeah, right. I'll show you what dead is. I'm right here and I'm not 19 months. I'm strong on this side. He's still with you.
Well, I think it helped a lot of people too.
Yeah.
The story.
It did. It gives, for example, it helped Angel Grandma have the ability to be able to be somebody's hero this Christmas. And I'm reading for that lady tomorrow. I gave her and her friend a free reading. I'm like, okay, you guys did that for her. I'm going to spend my day tomorrow reading for you guys for free so that you can have that. It's ripples and waves and tsunamis of good that just flood. Every act of goodness multiplies as it goes out. So
That's why I was trying to help you.
I know, but I'll be okay. God's got it under control. I don't know how he's turning this around, but he will. Everything that is sent against, or no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Does not mean there will be no weapons formed against you. There will be. It means that they will fall flat, and God will turn all things to work in your favor. Make sense?
Yeah, you've told me that a few times this week.
We'll keep telling you. All right. All right, you guys. I'm like done like dinner. My brain is like frazzled. I feel like I got popcorn brain up here. So I'm going to go upstairs and turn on some boring Christmas movie or something that's going to make my brain turn off for a little bit. And I hope you guys have the most amazing night ever. Thank you guys for a fun night. I love these nights where I got like all these people and new people and I have no idea who's coming through. It's so fun for me.
Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome. All right, you guys. Mwah! Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll see you soon.